Me a Kiss.
Jazz version.
Yeah, that's right. The jazz version.
Oh, that's Royce Campbell on guitar.
There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello, Josh.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
Got some special Josh news today. Sorry to interrupt. It's very important.
Here we go.
Okay.
Doesn't want us to talk. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
Josh, we got something you're going to like.
All right.
Because you were on a special kind of journey the last several days.
He spent some time with his brother fishing.
That's right.
It's not a special kind of journey.
No, it's not about
a special kind of journey would be you maybe
climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
A kibbutz, and you found yourself connected with your deceased grandparents.
Sometimes you don't know you're on the journey when you're on the journey.
Oh, you wouldn't know anything about a journey if it bit you in the ass. You're so detached. Apparently it's a big deal. I don't know. People are saying I changed. I don't understand. I don't even know what's going on.
See, Josh went on a journey with his brothers, bonding for the first time together in quite some time.
Busting balls.
There's going to be a time when the time's going to come when the only time that you're with your brothers is some awful event like a funeral.
We've had our fair share of those, sure.
But I mean, this was just a fun, I hope. Right?
Very fun. Very good. Yeah.
All four were there?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you catch any fish?
We did, but not as many as one would hope. It's spawning season. And the fish, I'm not making this up, they would often just grab our lures and throw them out of wherever they were, as opposed to actually biting them.
That's an interesting fish.
Yeah.
We got some bites, but nothing. Yeah, a ton of spitters.
Use live bait at all? Any live bait?
Those prank fish.
Yeah.
Yes.
They love it. They love a good prank.
Live bait for catfish, but nothing else.
I bring this up because we have weird fish news today. 2 weird fish stories.
Oh, okay, cool.
One of them kind of scary. But we'll find out about that.
Great. We fished hard, too. It was like 14-hour days of fishing.
Boat or dock?
Boat, and then dock at night.
How many? Were all 4 of you on the boat at the same time?
We have 2, so 2 and 2.
Well.
John has a bass boat, and Jeff has a bass boat.
Why would you ask about all 4 being on
here
one
we
boat?
go.
That's a lot of men on one boat.
I was going to say that's probably not safe. Okay, just
14 hours fishing that really took it out of you, sitting there.
Drinking beer.
It does. Yeah.
Now, were there any aqua dumps? Did we have to do?
No aqua dumps.
Shore
aqua piss?
Plenty of that.
Plenty of piss.
In fact, I took a dock pee.
Oh, nice.
This was just yesterday, and there were a bunch of tournaments going on at the Lake of the Ozarks this weekend. So I'm peeing off the dock, and nobody else can see, and there are no boats around.
Sure.
Only my brother Jeff's on the dock, and and then I turn around, and a major league fishing guy is waiting for me to stop peeing so that he can get his boat back behind our dock to fish. Hey, how you doing?
Now,
taking a piss here, pal.
When you're aboard the boat, do you have to stand up to make this?
Sure, yeah.
That's probably pretty tricky.
What do you mean do you have to stand up?
We're standing on the boat anyway.
The best question. But you can sit down on the boat if you'd like.
Can you sit down and pee like?
Well, you could go into a jar and then heave it over the side.
Drop that in the water. Drop that in the water.
What?
Yeah, put trash in the lake. That's probably a good
he meant
dump
you
it
didn't
out.
mean the whole jar,
Not
right?
the whole jar. You just pour it in. I'm just saying.
No, you just
standing in a boat can be very tricky.
What do you want to ask?
It is tricky, and there's wake.
You want to ask if Josh gets up on a boat and stands up and goes to the other side, will the boat tip over?
No,
That's what you want to ask.
Did I even imply that?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So do you stand up on that boat?
I think it's
My God.
I think it's fair. Like when one is sailing, you just say to the ready about to make sure that the crew is ready to come about. And then
I'd say
heartily as you hit the tiller.
I'd say, hey Tom, ready about? Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
Now a lot of interesting things happened over the weekend. I have to tell you, I did not watch even a second of the coronation. Sorry.
Wow.
I know you went to your party. I saw the photograph.
I did.
Your pajamas and pearls party, and you watched the coronation.
We had one room of ladies who were very serious. Like, one
What?
girl had an iPad and her glasses
Very
on, and
serious.
yeah, she knew every player and what they were doing, and I mean, it was serious.
Don't you just know the history of colonialism and
Then we were,
enslaving
and then
Native peoples?
our
No, just
room,
asking.
The party room.
the party room. It wasn't like that. We were kind of making fun of clothing and
Yeah, I don't mean this in any negative way, but when I did see the photographs,
Prepare for something negative.
there's a real gay component to the outfits.
what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God.
When you
I
see-
did not get that at all.
Oh, the fur, the weird crown. I mean, it's obviously along the way.
So when you think of a gay man,
Oh my
No,
God!
I'm just saying
think of
along the way.
a lot of fur. and a
Along the
crown.
way in the rich history of the
Oh.
I'm just saying, if you saw that, you'd go, well, you're having a nice
no,
evening.
I didn't think that for one minute.
Not at all. Just a
I'm
big
not being critical. I'm just
ceremony.
saying.
No,
You're
it's-
going to have to answer for
I'm
that.
just saying, along the way, I think there were some designers, very fine, that
At one point,
I
there's
think we'll slip this one by the king.
at one point when they were crowning Charles, and they have the really old throne, the wooden throne, and it's got. If you looked, you didn't see it, but
And it had the Scottish stone underneath
you could
it.
see a lot of writing, like carving inside the. And they were like, "Oh, I wonder what's carved in there." You could see letters, and I go,
No, it's
for
a-
a good time, call Victoria."
And then
George
it's,
was here.
Lilibet loves Phil.
Yeah, it was so weird. It literally looked like a bathroom wall at your favorite bar.
We do have one news story about some of the preparations for the coronation. And then the other big event on Saturday, of course, the Kentucky Derby.
Wow, that was
Yeah,
something.
congratulations to Mange. Mange won the
Mange.
Mange.
No end.
There's no
Huh?
end.
It's not mange.
No, I'm sure it's mange. That's an odd name for a horse.
That is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mange.
That's not the.
Down the stretch he comes. Oh, he's all hairless now. It's mange. Maybe not.
Wow.
Did anybody do any stories comparing the hats at the Derby to the hats at the coronation?
A lot of fancy hats.
I mean, a big weekend for milliners.
Many,
Oh,
many.
yeah.
I was, by the way, when I first saw the word milliner, I thought it was someone who cut wood.
Why wouldn't you?
I thought it was somebody who made
steel
bread.
cut oats.
Make bread at the old mill.
I thought it was. I learned the difference between a fascinator and a hat. I wasn't familiar with
Whoa,
that.
whoa, whoa! A fascinator.
What is
Yes.
a fascinator?
Tell me everything.
They fast.
Now, I've been called a fascinator, but what's this definition?
Yeah.
This definition is apparently
And they are truly
one of
correct,
these
by the way.
smaller hats that have the headband that hold them on.
Oh.
Is a fascinator.
Well, that have no practical function. If it's raining, it's like
No, they have a great practical function because if you're a lady and you're wearing a hat, you can't, like, it's always blowing off your head, or if you want to wave,
Tell me about
shake
it.
your hand.
No, but it's like the thing that Jackie Kennedy wore in Dallas. If it had started raining,
Well, that's
first
a
of all, they would have
pillbox
put
hat.
the top up. That would have been
So
very
are you
helpful.
saying fascinator like fascinate, or are you saying fasten like snaps?
That must be what that is.
Fascinator.
Fascinator.
As opposed to when you call Josh a fascinator, that's to the ladies.
Oh, Josh,
Oh,
that's.
he's
Oh, yes, that's fascinating.
Tell me more. About
Yes,
that,
it's
Josh.
FASTENATOR.
Walk up to the ladies, fascinate them.
But I had no idea what
Josh,
that
tell
was.
me more about your novel. And
Well, it's pretty much the story.
Would you mind?
You see, John Everman, he
Was the foremost coxman. Of
that's right. And he America in a nutshell.
The
is
Fascinator
title.
was the original name of the Denzel Washington's Equalizer series, but
I like that.
they said it doesn't test well. Dan,
Again, I'm just saying the outfit that. What's
We
his name?
heard you
King
the first
Charles
time.
was wearing. That would have made Joe Namath or Walt Frazier blush from back in the day. Remember Walt with the fur and the big hat?
Yes.
not participating in anything in last century from now on.
I saw
not.
I saw Walt Frazier on the streets of New York once.
Of course you did.
Yeah, we're aware.
I was down on.
Quite a story.
Oh, I know. He popped out of a Rolls Royce,
Yeah,
big
he did.
fur hat,
Yeah,
fur
he
coat,
did. Just exactly as you think he would look.
Rolls-Royce.
That must have been kind of cool,
huge
but-
sideburns. Oh, it was amazing. It's just the best.
Some say best backcourt in the history of the NBA, Frazier and Earl Monroe.
And I went, Clyde.
You did not.
I did. Everyone said, Clyde. They were all going crazy. I mean, he was in full regalia,
You know
whatever
what
you want
Walt
to call it.
Frazier said? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere.
Just trying to go to Sardi's.
Yeah, trying to not be seen. I'm going to go to Sardi's or 21.
Look at this
right now.
Look at this honky hippie. Look at this.
Josh is back, and no, you are in the process of doing a bunch of work on your house, and you have found the secret to finding quality people to help you work on that house, and that secret is Angie.
That's exactly right, Tom. Everybody remembers Angie's List. Well, Angie's List is now Angie, your home for everything home. Angie doesn't just get your home projects done. Angie gets them done well. There is a big difference. Angie, your personal home expert, having served 150 million consumers to date with over 220,000 pros in their network. I love me, Angie, because Angie makes it easy to research, compare, and hire pros to ensure a job done well, and I can attest to that. I had some chimney work done, as you know, and I found some pros on Angie who could help me out at the price I was hoping for. And my gosh, they came out, did a terrific job, all thanks to Angie. Angie has simplified finding help for home projects. In just a few taps in the Angie app or clicks on the site, you can have Angie tackle your home service project from start to finish. And you can research and connect with local pros for a specific project. Maybe you're just shopping around, you're curious about something, go to Angie. Angie can help you get a fair price for your project. That's huge. No sticker shock, no surprises when that bill gets put in your hand. Angie has projects priced up front, and they clearly lay out the cost before you buy. Angie, my go-to for all types of projects. Angie can help with hundreds of things, small projects, major remodels, everything in between. Angie, my go-to for anything I need to get done around the house, which is now my home. That's right. You don't want to just live in a house. You want a home, chick.
Right.
That's right.
Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
And I think it's never been tougher to find great people to work. That's what the beauty of Angie. They know folks who do just about everything for your house. When we come back, we have some world records. We have weird Star Wars news.
NBA action and in the playoffs, NHL playoffs. And Mattress Mac was at the Derby. Yeah, he was.
Oh, well, how did he do?
I ain't saying.
Okay.
We'll be right back with it.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
When Charles was a young prince, he never thought he'd be king, finally ruling England at the age of 73. King Chuck. The Queen was his mama, Lucky Chuck. She used the Oxford comma. Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Now that his mama's gone, I hope he doesn't fail. What exactly did he do as the fancy Prince of Wales? King Chuck. His teeth and ears look big and funny. Bucky Chuck. Will they fit on stamps and money? Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Chuck, Chuck. The Queen, she had her corgis. Chuck, Chuck. Prince Andrew had his orgies. Chuck, Chuck. He's wild, that brother Andy. King Chuck, Chuck. On Epstein Island, dude got randy. Prince Harry moved for good out to Hollywood. King Chuck. Chuck, Chuck. Charles loves the polo ponies. King Chuck, Chuck. And dressing up for ceremonies. King Chuck, Chuck. He wears a kilt, please don't stare. King Chuck, Chuck. He's not wearing underwear. Finally gets to rule, cause he's got the family jewel. King Chuck. He married Diana, they had a castle and a villa. King, but all the time he dreamed about the homely one, Camilla. King Chuck. Couldn't wait to get his hands on Horny Chuck. Said he'd like to be her tampon. Born in the royal palace, has the royal phallus. He's so old it won't be long, we'll have to write another song. King Will.
Back home again, Indiana, and Jim Neighbors sang that forever and was beloved and did such a fabulous job. And that was a last-minute deal. I think in 1972 or 77 was the first year. And he was just there as a celebrity guest. And Tony Holman, it had to have been probably 72. And Tony Holman goes, oh, my gosh, so-and-so was supposed to do this. Jim, will you do it? And so there's photos of Neighbors standing up on a ladder with a microphone in one hand and a 3x5 card in the other with the words, singing Back Home Again, Indy, because he didn't know till race morning. And it went over so well, obviously, that for years, and what a gracious man. He was always a treat to talk with, and what a great tradition he was. It really just added to that place.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
So what else is in your room?
I have dogs playing poker. I have 3 of the dogs playing poker on the wall.
You have dogs playing poker on the wall?
The big velvet
the painting? Is it
not
a tapestry?
The velvet. They're not velvet,
Is it a tapestry?
I do have dogs playing poker, a tapestry, one of them, but no, they're not the tapestry.
Mm-hmm.
They're the tapestry that I gave you of my face.
It has actually my comforter.
I have that. That's in my living room.
Can I tell you this honestly? In all truth, my comforter is at the dry cleaners right now, and your tapestry is on my bed right now. I slept underneath it last night.
Is he facing up or down?
He's facing down. I've never slept better.
Yeah.
Really?
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting. Joining us in the studio, comedian Larry Reeb. Now, Larry, you are from
Chicago.
Mm-hmm. You just got a great Chicago accent.
Well, originally I'm from a little town, Dwight, Illinois. It's a farm town.
Uh-huh.
There's a mental institution and a women's prison there.
Really?
And my parents met. Here I am. But yeah, I live in Chicago.
Are you married?
I've been married 10 years.
Oh, how's it going?
Good. I think us guys need good women, don't you? Women keep us in line. Sure. Yeah. That's why most axe murderers are single. They were married, their wife wouldn't put up with that. Put that axe down. You're not chopping anybody. You have to take the garbage out. Take the ski mask off. It's summer, you idiot.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. Ace Cosby's here.
Howdy.
He'll have that joke of the day in seconds, moments, hours. You never know.
No, you don't. It's an impending threat.
Jumps out and grabs you. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Willie G on assignment in Los Angeles. He's got a show coming up Wednesday night.
I heard he got a talk show. He's hosting a talk show.
I heard he's a scab. He's actually writing for some shows.
That's also false, but thank you for the accusations.
I have a question.
I'd like to know what accusations were made about me Friday. We can't make accusations about people.
The only thing we said was, and I started this, I say every time you're gone, when you're on vacation, we all get a vacation. That's all I say. Isn't that nice? Get a little break.
Now, have you been here on a Friday in the last couple months?
Ever?
In the last couple months. I think it was 2 Fridays.
2 in a row. Nice.
Not in a row.
3-day weekends. I wish I could get one.
So
So do we. Me too.
Yeah, you could take them.
You and a guest are going out to dinner.
Check.
Okay? You're going out to dinner.
Right.
You go to the hostess stand. Well, you make reservations.
Yes.
Okay, you go to the hostess stand.
Do you have reservations?
I have
just about the view?
Just about being here. Yeah. No, anyway. So, hi, McGillicuddy. That's my fake name. I don't want to draw attention.
Of course.
Oh, right this way, Mr. McGillicuddy. The hostess is wonderful. She seats us. We're sitting there. And my first indication that something might be amiss was that the restaurant was packed, which I said, okay, that's fine. But our waitress, I think our waitress was standing at the table behind us, leaning against the door and just taking a long time getting their order.
Really?
And I said, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now, my question to all of you is,
yes?
How long do you sit there without any interaction? No, hi, I'll be right back and get your drink ordered. Nothing. We did not speak to anyone working at the restaurant. How long do you sit there before you get up and leave?
That is a good question.
20 minutes.
Wow, that's a long time.
You give them 20.
If it's a packed restaurant on a Saturday night. You know?
Okay.
But not even an acknowledgement you're there.
Not even a glass of water?
And the waitress who was leaning went by us twice. Once to go get the wine and then once to bring back the wine to the table behind us.
Oh.
Not a hello, not kiss my ass, not nothing.
Well, there's a chance she wasn't.
Maybe that wasn't her table.
Wasn't her table. That's right.
Did you leave?
Yes, after 15 minutes.
Oh, you did?
15 minutes is pretty fair.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I beat myself up. Because that's my last hill to climb.
Then where did you go?
Where'd you and your guest go?
Well, we finally went to a very nice restaurant that we knew, and calls were made, and a chick got us in. I don't want to brag, but
was this place that you went to first someplace new? You'd not been there before?
We had not been there before, and it was a part of the city that I will not go back to ever again.
A little bit of construction. Eh?
Jeez, what a mess that place is. We're, pardon our dust, here we grow again.
Yeah.
No.
You have to drive so slow. It's like driving through Carmel.
Leave it alone.
You know what I mean? It's like you
right.
do.
Oh, you mean the
caramel is what
caramel.
Yeah,
okay, thank you.
A mess.
Let's just move
So
forward.
anyway, I ended up having the best scallops of my life. So there you go.
Oh.
It was a happy ending.
Well, we have fish in the news this morning, and Josh is back from his fishing trip. Other sporting news coming up. And Christy had a big adventure with your coronation party.
Mm-hmm.
You had a nice time?
I did. It was very nice.
And then what did you do Saturday night? You were also at a party,
I was at
right?
a very big event.
Mm-hmm.
Ran into a big fan of chicks. A friend Chuck.
Well, you do that everywhere.
Well, that's true.
The weather guy at the TV station.
Yeah.
I love that man.
Yeah, and I got really drunk with my daughter.
Oh,
Saturday night?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, I wasn't really listening. So you and your daughter ended up sleeping with some weatherman? What happened?
No,
That's exactly right.
That's not what happened. But no, we had a great time.
Seems
It was
there's a
lot of fun.
three-way coming up from the east.
It was a big charity event. It was a lot of fun.
How carried away did you get?
Oh, not that. I'm just joking. I might have fallen down, but you know me. I always fall.
Fell down.
Let me tell you something.
Chick knows.
You're not having a party until Christy falls down. And you'd be surprised how hard she could fall down and pops right back up.
That's exactly
She takes a drop.
Yes. Yeah. She could play in the NFL the way she pops up.
It's that good core work for Pilates.
Boom.
Boom.
Coming up, we have in the news a sex game gone awry, speaking of that sort of thing. We have Star Wars back in the news, and we have an update on the New Jersey pasta dump. I don't know if you heard about this, Josh.
I saw a headline on that.
It was really weird.
For whatever reason, this story made all of the national news.
Because it's kind of weird.
Wasn't it like 500 pounds of cooked pasta?
Yes.
500
Well, we
pounds.
don't know if it was cooked or if they dumped it in then the water.
We'll find out. We have the answer to that.
Oh, okay.
The big pasta dump in New Jersey.
Pasta grows on bushes, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to
Pick
go
it.
Yeah.
Different shapes.
Little fettuccine just hangs like off a willow tree.
Beautiful.
In sports?
Huh? Oh, is that what you're going to do? Thanks for the setup. Pat will be here with a song in moments.
You will?
All right.
Oh, there you go. Devin Booker had 36 and 12, and Kevin Durant also had 36. That's 72 points between those two.
Dang, that's a lot.
And the Phoenix Suns beat the Denver Nuggets 129-124 to even their Western Conference semifinal playoff series at 2 games apiece. Backup guard Landry Shamet made 4 crucial three-pointers in the fourth quarter to keep the Suns ahead. Denver lost despite a huge game from MVP runner-up Nikola Jokic. And actually, that's just the tip of the iceberg in the Jokic story. He was assessed a technical foul in the second quarter after an altercation with Phoenix Suns owner Matt Ishbia. Late in the second quarter, Suns guard Josh Okogie crashed into the seats while trying to save the loose ball. We've seen it a million times. Yeah. So Jokic went over, and they thought they had a fast break opportunity, so he wanted to get the ball back. And the Suns owner, Matt Ishbia, had the ball under his arm, and he turned away from Jokic as he was trying to get the ball. And that's when Jokic, you know how you stretch back and just yawn and put your hand over your mouth?
Yeah.
That's how much effort Jokic used when he elbowed this guy into the second row. But he did flop. He did the throw your hands back like a soccer player and all that. And Jokic got a technical for that. And he was a part of the crowd. Yes, he owned the Suns, but still, I don't know. The NBA has come out and said, our official stance is we're here to protect the players from the crowd. That's what they say.
Sure. Makes sense.
So there you go. So that's Jokic got a technical.
All right.
And I think it was because he's the owner, don't you think? If it had been Joe Sixpack, he wouldn't have got a technical.
Well, you can't give a fan a technical now, can you?
Well, you could kick him out of the building.
Yeah, you could.
All right.
Kick him out of the building.
The fan gets to come up and take 3 shots.
No, you could have given Jokic a couple foul shots though, for that fan. I don't know if that's a rule, but I sound convincing, don't I? Yeah. And meanwhile, James Harden.
Harden.
Yeah. He's go-ahead three-pointer with 18 seconds left in overtime. Scored 42. The Sixers fought off the Celtics. Comeback, 116-115 victory yesterday in overtime. Even that series had 2 games apiece.
Both series even.
Both at 2 apiece. And in the where did I put the NHL? Talk amongst
probably
yourselves.
at the bottom, which is infuriating.
Yeah.
You should always lead with it.
See it. I should always lead with it's around here somewhere.
All right.
Evidently here we go. New Jersey, Seattle win in the playoffs, and then Florida wins in overtime.
Thank you for that cursory
beating Toronto. High points.
I didn't even swear it.
This is the next sports story I have.
All right.
French Bulldogs are ranked as the United States' favorite dog breed.
Right.
Yet none has ever won the country's preeminent dog show. But this year, a Frenchie named Winston is a strong contender to take the trophy at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show.
Ooh.
Frenchie came in second at the show last year and winning another major event in November. This is much like the Golden Globes leading up to the Oscars.
Yeah, we're just profiling a potential contender?
Frenchie. Monday, he competes for the top prize. Frenchies have undergone a stunning surge in popularity in the U.S. over the last 30 years, despite the fact they are God's mistake.
Oh, no, that's not nice.
They have trouble breathing. Look it up.
Well, there are a lot of
it's a problem.
Folks in the dog world that think that the way they're bred is unethical.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way they're priced is unethical. Very expensive.
They tend to have skin problems, eye problems, breathing problems, spine problems.
They are funny and cute.
You have to wash them in Clearasil, is what I heard. Because
Clearasil?
Acne is amazing.
Oh.
Have you ever seen, if you see like the intro to the dog show, you can always tell the French Bulldog, he's the one smoking.
Oui, oui.
Yeah.
And then he says, never give up. Never.
Yes.
His name's Winston, Tom.
Okay. What do they have against golden retrievers, huh?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nothing.
You know, there are other dog
There are
breeds
always golden
besides
retrievers in
golden
there.
retrievers.
Well, yeah, but they're the sporting group, which is a misnomer at least.
Yeah.
They should have the laying on, look at my belly group is what they should.
I
think Pat has a song for us, Tom.
Oh.
You want a song?
What do you got, Pat?
Well, welcome back, Josh.
Thank you.
Josh Arnold back from his second fishing trip in 10 days.
Yep, amazing. Always fishing.
I know a man, Josh Arnold, he tells jokes for you. He loves movies and plays. Gets teased for reading books and liking pizza pies. And taking off extra days. Oh. He likes to go fishing and vacations alone. And takes big aqua dumps. You know he does. Talking about Mr. Josh Arnold. Sing it with me if you can. Mr. Josh Arnold. Mr. Josh Arnold, oh, we missed you all right. I met him on a show on radio, it was. Bob and Tom. Silver chin, a flannel shirt, and fork in hand. A blistered palm.
Oh.
He has no wife, likes a single life, and pleasuring himself.
Direct.
When it comes to real women, Josh says he is thorough and generous. His junk is plucked, his ass is shaved, his sack is waxed. He's adventurous. He likes to sample the goodies with an all-night woody. Oh, and that sweet, sweet pudding. Talking about Mr. Josh Arnold.
Hey!
Mr. Josh Arnold. One more time.
That's me.
Mr. Josh Arnold. It's good to have you back. Good to be back.
Oh.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much.
Portions of that really didn't dance around to the topic
need
there.
to.
Very nice.
Sometimes you got to hit him right in the face.
So we'll look forward. Is the final night of the dog show Tuesday?
I don't know the menu. They're competing tonight and I think all week. I'm not sure when they. Yeah.
Let me see. Well,
Mattress Mac. Speaking of pets, Mattress Mac was at Churchill Downs. Horses are pets, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, they're good. Good boys. Good boys and girls.
He took in the Kentucky Derby over the weekend. The sports bettor and part-time furniture salesman couldn't help but throw a little cash on the ponies around. However, this was one of the odder and more unpredictable Kentucky Derby events almost ever. The race favorite, Forte, scratched from the field the morning of. Nobody seemed to have a feel on how things would shake out after that. Mattress Mac chose his winner, Angel of Empire, at 9-2 odds. He was eager to get the taste of last year's race out of his mouth. He dropped a few $1 million last year. This year's slip, he didn't bet as much. He $1.2 million.
Wow.
And Angel of Empire finished third behind Kentucky Derby winner Mange.
It's Mage.
And second, what?
Mage. Like sage
Are you sure
with
it's
an
not,
M.
You sure it's not mange?
Yeah.
Mage isn't a word, is it? Isn't it short for major?
Must be.
I don't.
It's M-A-G-E.
No, M-A-N-G-E. Mange.
No.
And second place finisher, Two Phils.
P-H-I-L-S or?
P-H-I-L-S. What do you mean, two F-I-L-L-S?
Yeah, you know, it took two Phils to take the SUV to Nashville.
Oh, you call getting gas a fill?
That's right.
Mattress Mac lost $1.2 million.
Whoa!
But he was wearing.
He can afford it.
He was wearing a swell red sports coat and a black cowboy hat.
Nice.
He cut quite the figure.
Westminster's on tonight and tomorrow night.
Okay. Now we have an opportunity for you to try on your new Raycon earbuds. Got a nice letter here. I used my Raycon earbuds for the first time while mowing the lawn over the weekend. They kept out the outside noise. I was able to listen to Bob and Tom 24/7. I highly recommend the earbuds, both for the price and the quality. Thank you, Dustin from Nebraska.
Raycon's mission is to prove that you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for quality sound and essential smart tech listening features. That's Raycon. You get a pair and a spare if you want, and still pay less than you would with some of those other big-name tech brands out there. Raycon knows that nowadays every purchase almost has to be perfect. Raycon offers buy now, pay later options, an easy-peasy free return guarantee, free domestic shipping, and flat-fee international shipping, and they have over 50,000 five-star reviews. And how about 8 hours of playback, crystal clear call quality, and water and sweat resistant? Those are Raycons. So, of course, we have a deal for you. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off your already low price of Raycons. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Score 15% off. your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, we have a sex game gone awry.
But so many sex games go right. Go unreported.
Yeah.
You never hear about those.
No.
Is everybody still living?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember
Unless you can die of embarrassment.
However, the most embarrassing was, remember the Sawzall incident?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That went wrong.
And that was a death.
That's horrific.
Yeah. Did
that
she
was
die?
a death?
Yeah.
I did not remember she died.
Oh, boy. I thought you just wanted to.
Okay.
I just thought she whistled when she
on
died.
a much lighter note, we have two different pasta updates this morning and champagne news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262.
Good to see you guys. What are you going to play?
We'll play So Many Roads. Here we go.
Okay.
So many roads, so many trains to ride. So many roads, so many trains to ride. Yes, I got to find my baby here for a ride. Be satisfied. Well, I've been staring out my
The night before the 500 in the 60s and 70s really made Sodom and Gomorrah look like a retirement community. I mean, Georgetown Road, the Coke Lot, oh my gosh. The snake pit, the stories of the old snake pit. I remember seeing packs of Indiana State Troopers in packs of 15 to 20 walking, trying to regain some sort of semblance of humanity in that first turn snake pit. I mean, throwing girls up on blankets and drinking and motorcycles and setting cars on fire and setting sofas on fire and it was just unbelievable. How more people didn't get killed in there every year, I have no idea. But that was a lot of people's introduction to the Indianapolis 500 was as you're a young kid going in there and you party, and who won what? There's a race, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, look at that. And then, next year, and then, wow, look, hey, who, what, Herdebees? Well, I better get out. So then all of a sudden you buy it. So that was your introduction. Now you're buying tickets, and then your girlfriend, now your wife. All of a sudden your kids, you're introducing them. It just grew. That's how a lot of people were introduced to it.
Hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, "I give. Where's the boat?"
Oh, yeah.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
I was in the Marines for a while.
You were?
Wow. And it takes a while to adjust as a civilian world when you come out of boot camp because you're so fired up. When I came out that same week, my sister got married. She had me seat people at the wedding. I accepted the assignment, People would come walking up to me in front of the church like, "Oh, you must be Patricia's brother." Sit down! I don't want to be your friend. Get your eyes off me. What is your major malfunction? 200 people showed up. I put them all in the same row. Tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. We're not comfortable. Outstanding! Was outstanding, as a matter of fact.
Comedian Greg Hahn is with us. Dave Cooperman is here with us.
Hey! How are you?
I'm great.
Dave, a young guy, young
alive.
comedian, good-looking guy, married man, I understand.
I am.
How's that going?
Right now, we're working on having kids and stuff. And,
Cool.
But we're having some trouble, and she's blaming me because she's not getting pregnant. And I'm like, "Honey, you realize we actually have to have sex, okay? Screwing with my head will not make you pregnant." How many times I got beat the point home? So we're thinking about, we're talking about kids. Even naming the kid is a challenge if we have one. I want my kid to know he's both Jewish and Chinese. The best I've come up with so far is cha-ching. Maybe lump sum.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Joke of the day simmering. I can smell it. Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Josh was gone, missed a couple things. Were you here the discussion about so-called pecker gnats?
No.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with
They're just what they
Yeah, they're the gnats that fly around the pecker of dogs.
Yep.
Peckers of dogs, I guess.
Is that how they got the name?
Yes.
Well, not only dogs, but evidently there are gentlemen that have trouble with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, according
they have
to
sweaty gnats.
Terry, she writes, here's a warning. Note to self, do not apply mascara while listening to the Bob and Tom Show when they're talking about pecker gnats.
Oh, there's nothing worse than a mascara wand in the eye. I feel for you, dear.
Okay, sorry
Yikes.
about that.
Ouch.
Also, I was watching the VIP stream, writes Christina. You guys were talking about the band Mini Kiss.
Okay.
Now, once again, Mini Kiss is
A band in name only.
4 men short of stature, if you will.
Little people.
Dwarves, right?
Little
people,
yeah. That started, I guess, lip syncing to Kiss with the makeup and the suits on.
But then,
and now they actually play their instruments and do the whole thing.
much like the Monkees, they said, "Hey, we're going to go ahead and sing."
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How they sound?
Not good.
Oh, that's a shame.
You still have Beth over there?
Yeah, we heard Beth the other day.
Remember, I don't have a
Oh, yeah, you blew up. Okay.
Not the day for that. They enjoyed us. We thought of some offshoot band names.
Okay.
Other bands that would be perhaps have aggregations of smaller
Of little people that...
There's apparently a Black Sabbath version of this, I have heard.
Do you know the name of it?
I do not. And then I know there's a Shrimp Floyd.
Is that right?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mini Kiss.
I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now. Me and the boys will be playing.
They're playing.
And we just can't find the sound.
Or the note.
It's not as funny when they're doing the ballads.
No.
It's a minute to go.
Funny.
Yeah.
I thought they were just out to rock out. They're not trying to make people laugh.
Well, but they're making people laugh.
Well, possibly for the wrong reason.
You think they should just get there and rock out?
Once again, I'll do this. I'll mention this again for Pat Godwin. The worst tribute band I have ever seen were the Dogs of Society.
Oh, Elton John tribute.
An Elton John tribute band.
And they just weren't good?
Bad in name.
Not
good in performing.
There are actually some tribute bands that are better than the originals.
Huh?
I've never seen one that's better necessarily, but boy, there are some great tribute bands out there.
I need some examples.
I saw a great Beatles tribute band. They did the whole thing with the uniforms and that was
cool.
There was a band called Atomic Punks, Van Halen tribute, and David Lee Roth picked the band minus the singer as his backing band. They were that good.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. Well, I wonder if they were terrified of him, too.
Well, then they had the Journey tribute band. The lead singer became the lead singer of Journey.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So,
yeah, he's from Mexico, right, or something?
Philippines.
Different country, you see.
Huh?
Okay.
I don't think so.
Thank you. If you want to reach us with questions or whatever you've got, it's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. If you have the app, we are just a click away, and the app is free.
We're just a click away.
Just a click away. Okay, we get back to Chick McGee at the sports desk. Have we missed anything?
Guess what time it is? That's right. The D.C. Defenders are 10-1 and have been the XFL's best team all season. And the Arlington Renegades are below 500 and have allowed more points this year than they've scored. Yet, with the championship game coming up Saturday, those two teams will play for the XFL championship. The Renegades and Defenders cruised to victory in the XFL playoff semis over the weekend. Arlington got things started on Saturday, a major upset, shocking the Houston Roughnecks, 26-11.
Who does Mattress Mac have his money on?
Probably.
If anybody, I've got a phone number for him.
Oh, yeah. Get in the program, will you? And then yesterday, the Defenders looked like they may have a battle on their hands. They went to halftime, tied 9 apiece with the Seattle Sea Dragons. But it was all D.C. in the second half, Tom. They pulled away a big third quarter. They won 37-21. So Saturday, May 13th, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, the Arlington Renegades 5-6 face the D.C. Defenders at 10-1 at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio.
They're calling it the Who Gives a Bowl.
And it will be on a network, ABC.
All right.
You having a party, Ace?
You're going to have a big...
Those games are actually last week.
The playoff games, the play-in games. So this Saturday.
So this Saturday. So the story is a week old.
Yes.
Yes, but
it takes time for the XFL news
to trickle. It takes time for the XFL games to...
Because they send it via Pony Express.
But the
XFL
XFL games are this weekend, though. Correct?
This Saturday night.
Okay.
ABC.
So we're looking ahead.
Be there.
It's not like they were 2 days ago.
We've given this story 10 times the amount of airtime that the NHL playoffs.
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah. According to my formula.
All right.
I think. More sports coming up, including... I might have to have Christy read one of these world records.
Really?
No, you can do it.
I
didn't even look at them today. I just handed them to you.
Conscientiously object.
I got this sent to me. It's an image that's circulating on the internet.
Of?
It says
my wiener.
No. It has the S word in it. So when I go like this, you say it, okay, Josh?
The S word?
Kids, that doesn't work.
I should have done it.
What?
No, you told me.
What? No.
Wait a minute.
I think you're defendable if you just go ahead and keep doing what he said.
Okay, I'll just say S.
Okay.
It says, kids, I S you not. There used to be a phone number you could call just to find out what time it was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
Absolutely.
Remember we used to do that? We'd call the Naval Observatory and get the exact time. So
Set the clock every morning.
But that reminds me of
the Universal Master Clock.
Oh, sure. You've got cable TV. You've seen all those news channels and sports channels, the Weather Channel, the Cooking Channel. But now the Bob and Tom Cable Television Group, a division of Frigamall Industries, is proud to present the Time Channel. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You're watching the Time Channel, and looks like we got a caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Jimmy. What time is it?
It's 11:21.
Thanks. Love the show.
Sure thing. Let's go to line 2, see what's on your mind. Hello, Time Channel.
Hi, I'm sorry the last guy kind of stole my thunder. You already answered my question.
Oh, you mean about the time?
Yeah, I was going to ask what time it was. You said 11:21, right?
Well, actually, caller, we've got an update on that. It's now 11:22.
Hey, thanks. Great. I love the show.
Thanks for the call. Looks like we've got just time to take 1 or 2 more calls here. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, hey, I've been watching the show since 11:04, and maybe you guys covered this earlier, but what day is it today?
I'm sorry, caller. You're looking for the day channel. This is the Time Channel. Check your local cable listings for that.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Could I possibly get somebody to screen these calls? And listen, a quick reminder for you viewers, I'm going to be on vacation next week, so be sure to tune in, same time, same station, for the best of time. Going to be reliving some of the best moments.
It's the Time Channel. You won't want to miss Military Monday, where all times, all day long, are given in military time, starting at 0100 hours. A tribute to our fighting men and women.
It's the Time Channel. We got nothing but time.
In no time at all, we know you'll be having the time of your life on the Time Channel.
It's now 11:25.
Bob and Tom Cable Television, a division of Frigamall Industries. Hey, I've got to go. I'm out of time.
Hey, I'm just killing time.
Your time may vary. Check local listings.
It's now 11:26.
That's not the correct time. Yeah, there used to be a phone number you could call to find out what time it was. Is that still there, do you think?
Boy, who knows?
The Naval Observatory.
Well, that's still there.
Maybe we'll call it when we come back and see if they know the cash call.
That's okay. Where you are coming right back, we've got the coronation phallus in the news, lots of pasta, and news from Uranus.
All right.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom.
Tony Stewart joins us. The head of the team is A.J. Foyt. You used to work for A.J.?
Actually, I had a
kind of a tryout.
A tryout with AJ. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It was an experience.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
I don't know. I'm kind of in a vindictive mood this morning. I don't mind getting back at the old man.
You know, you're obviously a very fit guy, and a lot of the racers these days do a lot of weightlifting and really keeping in shape. Being fit is important to being a race car driver these days. He was giving you a real hard time, right?
Yeah, we actually there were 2 of us that went out and had a test with Foyt at Phoenix, and AJ had brought his Craftsman truck and his Winston Cup car to practice with those cars, and brought a gentleman named Frederick Ekblom from Sweden and myself, and Frederick and I couldn't really converse with each other very well. I couldn't understand what he was saying, and he couldn't understand what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But hanging around with AJ and his background and my background are very similar, and as soon as I got to the track, I mean, he's cracking up jokes and poking jabs at me all day. And so we got back to the hotel that first evening, and his nephew, who's the team manager, Tommy LeMance, I told Tommy, I can't take this much longer. I'm used to giving it right back when I get it. And he goes, that's the quickest way I can think of to go home from this test early.
So he's saying, you got to just take it from AJ. You can't give it back.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was trying to say. So I'm thinking, well, surely I can do this another 4 days. It's not going to be that bad. So I wake up in the morning and talking about fit drivers, which AJ hasn't seen his shoes for a couple years now. Okay. The biggest thing on his agenda for the day is making sure he's the first one down to the breakfast buffet at the hotel. So I show up in the morning.
Boy, are you a dead man?
Oh, I know. I know. I'm going to take the long way back to the garage this morning.
Oh, man.
But I go downstairs early in the morning, and right off the bat, I haven't even sat down and I just eat a bowl of cereal in the morning. My brain cannot digest everything that I try to put down my mouth that early in the morning. But I sit down, and he's right at it again early in the morning, and all the way out to the racetrack, same thing. So I'm sitting here.
He's on top of you the whole time, giving you a tough time.
He's just killing me, and I'm sitting there thinking, boy, I really don't want to leave this test early, but I really don't want to take this all day either. So first thing he does, he gets dressed, and he's getting ready to get in his Winston Cup car, and he hadn't been in that car the day before. He ran the truck, and the truck has a lot larger window to get in than the Winston Cup car.
In a Winston Cup car, the doors don't open.
No,
there is no door.
You have to climb through the window.
Okay.
So he's getting in feet first, and he's kind of wedging himself into the window, and I look at him, and everybody's kind of working around, and the IndyCar guys are working on the Indy cars, the stock car guys are working on the stock car, and so he's about halfway in there, and I said, hold on a minute. He looks up, he stops and looks around and says, what? I go, let me get some wheel bearing grease, and I'll help you slide in this thing. And you could have heard a pin drop. Nobody said anything. And the great thing about it, I guess I got lucky there, was that he almost fell out of the car backwards laughing.
Good.
And from there on, it was open season. I mean, he was twice as bad the rest of the week, and I think more of it, he just wanted to hear what I was going to say back to him. But from then on, we've been really the best of friends.
Oh, good.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I used to have a corporate job, but I figured, why should I have a job that pays $200 a day when I could be a comedian, make that in a week? All right. There we go. I like going to job interviews. They're the worst interviews. Greg, before we get started, would you like something to drink? No, thanks. Had a few beers before I came in. Have any experience? I don't even have an appointment. They always ask you questions where they try to make you sabotage yourself. Have you noticed that? They're like, so tell us, where do you think you could use improvement? As if you're going to say, well, I am seething with hostility. I've got a debilitating character flaw. I cannot stop throwing staple guns. Does this look like ringworm to you? Tell us about yourself. Well, I've got pink eye and my foot's asleep. Got matching silverware for the plate in my head. I think I can fly. I collect ointment. What can you bring to our company? Head lice. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Next to you in the dumpster behind the airport. Where do I start? How do you like my weight belt?
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
To introduce our guest before we get any farther here, he is comedian Tommy Tiernan. Tommy, it's a great pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much. Very nice to be here, guys. We have an interesting relationship, I think, with religion in Ireland, because the church is kind of on the way out now at the moment, and people are just trying to decide what's going on. I think people have I think any kind of inquiry about Jesus is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we have a Jesus in our heads, and then there's the Jesus of actuality.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Jesus of actuality, if you think about him and think about what he might have looked like, given how long ago it was and part of the world where he was from and the average height of men in those days, probably Danny DeVito.
With a slightly dark
but with the longer hair.
I want my
but
Jesus.
He's not the Jesus you have in your mind.
A surfer
different.
Jesus.
He's about 6 foot.
Jesus.
He's like a BG Jesus.
Yeah.
which is where the phrase "bejesus" came out of. There you go.
I had no idea. This is good to know. I didn't know. So what?
Bejesus.
You scared the bejesus out of someone?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Oh God! Yeah. Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it.
Why would you bring that up on the air?
I didn't. It was Christy did. It was said in confidence off the air.
Yeah. Don't ever say eyebrow dandruff in front of a potential lover.
No.
Hey, look, ladies. If I'm on top, you might get sprinkled on.
Well,
let it snow.
If you're on top, I'll just let everybody else finish that.
Oh, I see. If you're on top, you got about eight seconds to live. Is that it?
I wouldn't say 8.
If you're on top, Godspeed to your ribs, ladies. Is that what we're getting at?
Hi, man. This is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Willie G. Los Angeles, California right now.
Hollywood.
Doing some gigs out there. We'll be talking to him
He's
this
making
week.
a movie.
He's not making a movie. Right now we have some nice letters. Got a really good letter here. This is from Bob in Northwood, Iowa, who really liked our interview with Peter Frampton. Peter Frampton is going back out for some more shows, and he's dealing with a pretty serious illness, but doing great, still playing really well. And if you get a chance, go see Mr. Frampton. But he's really enjoyed our interview with him, and he is one of the great guys of rock and roll. Just a super nice guy, not to mention ultra talented. He's got a great book out there, and we have I think we posted that interview on various
Yes, we did.
Bob and Tom social media platforms, which for your dining and dancing pleasure. Right now we have Mr. McGee back at the sports desk.
Yeah, this is the one I'm going to have Christy read here. Pass that over to
No, right?
Okay,
Happy to.
I am not doing it.
Stupid world record.
This is it hits me as a feminine area, and that's you.
An elementary school in Texas broke the Guinness World Record for the longest friendship bracelet. Students, teachers, staff, and parents at Valley Creek Elementary School in McKinney created a friendship bracelet measuring 2,795 feet, 9 inches.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
A half a mile.
Corey Lawson, vice president of academic enrichment with the school's PTA, said the goal of the project was to bring the community together.
Isn't that nice?
Here it is. It's on a
that
football field going back and forth.
Very nice.
It's really cool because the kids used the friendship bracelet. They would string it across the hallway to trip the unpopular kids.
So it turned into a bullying bracelet.
Really?
That's unfortunate.
I'll have to see the monster that would fit in that. How do you make a friendship bracelet?
That's exactly what I was going to look at.
Well,
is it string? Is it beads?
No, you automatically know how to make a friendship bracelet.
No, I don't have any friends. What are you talking about?
A friendship bracelet can be anything that you make that you put on,
Yeah.
that a friend puts on their wrist.
They spent 4 months assembling it.
I cleaned all the rust off his barbed wire.
That'll get them ready for piecework when they turn 14.
There's a picture, but it's
I got suspended in school for making friendship C-rings. Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Well, is that sports?
You want to be my?
I'll get you a week.
You want to be my friend? No, we got
Stupid world record.
a 95-year-old British man has been confirmed as the longest serving member of a brass band.
Oh, yeah?
Horn player Tom Street.
Oh.
Tommy Dog is what they call him. Tommy Dog. He was recognized as the title holder after serving as a member of the Heege, Heege, Dune Silver Band for 82 years, 332 days, and counting at the time of this story.
Wow.
Street, who comes from a family of musicians, first started in the band at the age of 13. He still attends band rehearsals twice a week. I could always get better.
That was British.
I can always get better. And performs regular concerts throughout the year.
He's one of the
Much to the anger of his neighbors.
He's a horn player, one of the few sousaphone players who knew John Philip Sousa.
I called him JP.
Been around for a while. He's the first chair, the wheel chair. And, wow.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, no kidding.
The friendship bracelet was made apparently with ribbon. It's school colors.
Well,
there you
thankfully
go.
we got back to that.
Yes.
Thank you,
I
Christy.
knew you were worried.
Just tie them together a little.
Yeah.
So you tied ribbon together and called it a friendship.
Okay, well, that's sweet.
It is very
happy story.
Captivated the
old
entire
guy
school.
playing the horns. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for that. That's as important a story as the friendship.
And sad news for me and Tom are that we have Vida Blue, the Oakland A's. He passed away, 17-year major leaguer.
3 World Series in a row.
During their World Series three-peat from 72 to 74, he has passed away. The team announced yesterday Vida was 73. A cause of death was not given. However, they do have some people in for questioning.
That's false.
There are a few players with a more decorated career than Vida, the A's said in a statement. He was a 3-time champ, MVP, a 6-time All-Star, Cy Young Award winner, and the A's Hall of Famer.
Any A's sportscasters have anything to say about him?
Vida will always, cut that out, will always be a franchise legend and a friend. So there you go. He could, they don't make no pitchers like this anymore.
No, they sure don't.
Pitch that many innings.
Vida Blue.
That's right. Win 20 games. Don't happen.
Vida Blue, no longer.
No youngsters know him.
Oh, jeez.
Vida Blue, no longer certainly gonna miss him.
Laying in his casket.
All right, we have.
That's sports.
I don't have any ability to play anything this morning.
Oh.
Well, let's leave you with this.
Protecting the safety of the Queen is a task that's gladly accepted by police squad.
That's right.
For no matter how silly the idea of having a queen might be to us, as Americans, we must be gracious and considerate hosts.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
Speaking of the Queen.
Oh.
Remember the giant phallus that was mowed into the lawn of Bath's Royal Crescent ahead of King Charles's coronation?
Yep.
Somerset Live reports the 30-foot-long outline of a penis appeared in the grass where locals planned coronation parties. Officials still do not know who is responsible for the penis etched into the lawn of the historic Royal Crescent row of houses. According to Bath residents, local officials sent in teams to remove the lawn phallus so that the parties would not be
Did you see this, Josh?
No, I did not.
It was kind of primitive, but they took the time and trouble to cut all the bushes back, so it made it even look bigger. And Prince Andrew's claiming that they traced it and that it's his. It's a 30-footer.
I did not see Prince Andrew one shot of him.
Oh, you didn't?
Saturday
I did.
Man, I wasn't watching.
He was in a carriage or something. I saw.
Yeah, well, yeah, and he got to wear his royal, whatever, cloak, whatever you would call that thing.
Oh, that's the cloak of invisibility.
Maybe.
No.
Harry was in the third row. He was way back there.
That was quite the why is he in the third row? That was a problem.
The logo of the station that we were watching, BBC or CNN or whatever, was right over his head, so you never saw him at all. It was so bad.
Yes. Despair.
But he's a redhead.
Put him in the third row. Show him.
I don't know.
Causing trouble.
You might want to put all that stuff in short storage.
Well, that's what we were saying.
I don't think it's going to be
See,
another
I don't
70 years before
mean
we
monthly thing.
No, I think it'll be a good 20 years.
It could be.
His family's got. Look at the ages.
How old is he? 60?
Plus, you know, they get
74.
injections. They get life extending injections.
You know, they take babies, grind them up, inject them.
He's not going to live to be 94.
His dad did. His mother did. His grandmother did.
Let's do it. Put it up on the board. Who's got?
I had 20 years. I got 94.
20 years. I'm going to say 13 years.
Do he and Camilla get along?
Well, obviously they've. Look what they've been through to get where they are today.
He dreamed of being her tampon.
That's right. You know what? That's right. I forgot about
close.
that.
Yeah.
The sure sign of true love.
Yes. Some would say oddly close, but
yes, it's very poetic.
But everything's still nice between them, so maybe he wants to live.
Well,
on.
yeah.
If not, he may.
He wanted to be king for 74 years. Of course he's going to do everything he can to stay alive.
We have coming up in the news a bizarre story involving...
Bizarre?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really bizarre, involving alleged toe-sucking, non-consensual...
forced toe-sucking.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really odd. We'll find out what that's all about. Well, that's all about coming up. What else have you got coming, Christy?
Well, we have Star Wars weddings. That is not what I am planning, but if you are, there's a place you can get it done.
That's
the ring bearer.
Yeah.
That's the wedding night.
Yeah.
Yeah. They brought a toy.
Whoops.
Oh, and we have a guy that was rescued from the woods after a sex game went awry, apparently.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Boy,
that's... going to play Deliverance?
Yeah,
you ever been handcuffed during sex, Tom?
God, no.
God, no.
Wow, I believe him.
You ever been handcuffed after sex? That's worse.
Have you ever been handcuffed? You know, the handcuff puts you back in the box.
Pat, what were you saying? Have you been...
I've been handcuffed, yeah.
Oh, I've been handcuffed.
Chick has too.
During a sexual relationship?
No.
Oh, okay.
Shortly after.
It was a lovely interlude I had with a policeman. It was fabulous.
Okay, very
My
good.
mouth got me in trouble. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sometimes you can get you out of trouble, too.
That's right.
Right now, I want to say you could be in trouble because guess what? This Sunday, you know, the one coming up, is Mother's Day. So here's your opportunity. Today is the day.
You think your mom ever had sex with handcuffs on?
We can wait for your answer.
What is wrong with you? No moms, man.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mother's Day is just around the corner, and you've got to get this covered. You've got to check this box off by getting something for moms. And there's, of course, the usual flowers, but how about flowers that never die? How about a gold-dipped rose that's going to be around forever? That's just one of the things you'll find at Steven Singer Jewelers. You'll find them at IHateStevenSinger.com. This year, it's the brand new neon green 24-karat gold-dipped rose. There's one right behind Josh's head over there. And it's, I think they start at about $59. They come in a beautiful special gift box with a personalized card from you, from Steven Singer Jewelers and you. And by the way, if you get the order in today before 2 o'clock, it will ship today. And, of course, it's got Steven's free full lifetime guarantee. Also, don't forget with clothing becoming semi-optional in the summertime. Or wait a minute. I just mean, you know, like short sleeves and stuff. A nice bracelet would be something she could see, or a little bit of a necklace, maybe some earrings.
They call him the wordsmith.
That's right. IHateStevenSinger.com is where you'll find all this stuff, including the beautiful gold-dipped roses. Check them out. IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Do it right now. You'll have that thing in time for this Sunday's Mother's Day. Also, coming up, we have the beauty of river rafting following a very harsh winter, and also big pasta news in 2 different places. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, treat yourself now at bobandtomstore.com. Here we go, last one.
All right.
You guys! I'm sailing away, set an open course for the Virgin Sea, 'cause I've got to be free, free to face the life that's ahead of me. On board, I'm the captain, so climb aboard. We'll search for tomorrow on every shore, and I'll try. Oh Lord, I'll try. Everybody, here we go, Jimmy. To carry on. Come on, kids, sing with me. Bob and Tom. A gathering of angels, a They sang to me this song of hope, and this is what they said. They said, come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Come on, folks.
Too high.
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. We're rocking. Come sail away, Jimmy. Come sail away with me. Going up the chords now. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away. La Bamba. Hoy! Yeah!
Let us young. We're making that up as we go. Interesting ending.
Agree.
Ha, 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 ha. If the top of your head is bushy and gray, hair color is not your problem. Remove that hatchet from your skull. Say hello to your Sarah Bella.
Oh, dear, you've got a little gravy on your blouse from dinner.
Oh, honey, that's not gravy. That's part of my frontal lobe.
Ha, 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 ha.
Just for morons. From Frigamall Industries. Ask for it by name.
What the hell?
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Comedian David Crow is here with us.
I think the most intense culture in the world's got to be the Japanese. I read that they won't play Trivial Pursuit in Japan.
They won't?
No. I think these guys are afraid of their wives.
In Japan?
Well, probably.
Yeah. I know the Japanese ladies are very meek and polite in public, but you know that pent-up frustration's got to come out somewhere. And I think it's at home. They get home just, I can't believe you don't know who plays Alice on the Brady Bunch. Everybody know Ann B. Davis play Alice. Mr. Yoshikaro knew, Mr. Arakawa know. You don't know. Aunt Jemima, she the syrup lady. She don't clean for Mike and Carol. I shall bind your feet for 2 days. I mean, how do you think sushi got invented? Screw you, cook for yourself.
My name is Jay Chris Newberg, and these are my thoughts and observations. Do you think if the Pope sneezes and someone walks up to him and they're like, bless you, you think he's like, haha, I'm good, actually? Do you think it's pretty safe to say that Rosa Parks was undefeated at musical chairs? I was dating this girl and she got all mad at me because I did exactly what she told me to do. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a situation where you do exactly what your lady tells you to do, exactly what she tells you to do, and yet you're a big jerk. Like, for example, she told me she wanted me to treat her like a princess. So I'm like, okay, no problem, I get you, right? So I called a bunch of my friends up, and they came over, and they piled in the back of my car, and we got some cameras, and we chased her around until she crashed into a tunnel.
A thought from Paul Gilmartin.
Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch. They smelled the devil's breath. Your tongue, she said at number 3. Let me see its size. He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone in a stranger's pair of shoes.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr.
Etc.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee in her robin egg blue sweater over there.
Very springy.
That cashmere.
Yes, it is, of course.
It has to be. That's the way we roll. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
There was a Keurig incident early with Mr. Godwin.
Already?
We'll talk about it. There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi, everybody.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
A couple hours ago, I'm in the green room. I walk in there, and I'm running a little late this morning, but I walk in there and talk with Pat, and I hear the sound of coffee
The telltale
coming out of the Keurig machine.
Sound of liquid hitting.
Not a cup.
You didn't put a cup under it.
No, I do that about once a week.
You forgot to put the cup underneath it, you see.
Got to talking.
No, now wait a minute.
It's like, remember the old days when you were a kid and they had those vending machines where the cup would fall down? Remember those? The cup would drop and then the liquids would mix and you'd have a soda. It would throw the ice in and the whole thing. I haven't seen one of those in years. But this would be like that, except the cup didn't come down.
I didn't know they would do it with sodas also. I thought it was all coffee.
No, they did it with sodas too.
Was that coffee any good in those things?
No. We had a machine at my TV station back in the day, and it was...
Now, Josh, if I could impose, will you tell your Keurig story about Tom? Just quickly.
Oh, sure, yeah. I was making a coffee, Keurig pouring into my mug.
You're standing there waiting for your cup to be filled.
Tom came in, he's talking to me, and as he's talking to me, I see that he's got his coffee cup. He removes my mug from the Keurig. Coffee starts pouring everywhere. He goes to put his cup under, and he looks and goes, somebody made a mess. It was astounding.
That's amazing. Just amazing. And fascinating.
Yes. That's when they got me my own little machine.
Yeah.
There must be therapists listening, just making notes feverishly. And
sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
You're a case study.
Okay. Now, we have... a lot of nice letters about various things from the show from last week. I think you were here, Josh. I know you were gone for part of the week. On
One day.
Journeys, your fishing excursion.
4-day work week.
Sad news last week, the death of Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was here for all that.
A lot of tributes. And we did our tribute.
No, not again.
No.
He wasn't underrated.
A lot of folks enjoyed it.
A lot of folks enjoyed it.
I know I didn't.
And Gordon Lightfoot wrote many great songs, certainly.
Yes.
But
if there's any way we could get like a letterhead from the office of Pierre Trudeau or something admonishing Pat on a Canadian treasure about Ella Fitzgerald. Oh my God!
Well, it was obviously a knockoff of his great song, "The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald," which I'm a huge fan of.
And that was the first draft. A lot of people don't.
That was the first draft. Or was there a previous draft of something?
No, but a lot of people don't know there was an actual sequel. He took a
sequel.
He took a Michigan tragedy, and but it wasn't that big of a tragedy, so the song never worked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he did do a sequel.
Oh, how does it go?
I'll do it for you. There was a fiery crash on the second lap of the Michigan Marlboro 500. An Indy-style race at a furious pace. Their engines roared and they thundered. July 29th, 1996. Much damage to the car and his body. He fractured a vertebra, had a collapsed left lung in the wreck of Emerson Fittipaldi. See, it was a lesser tragedy. I mean, he survived. He was
the great Emo.
Yeah,
he's okay though.
He lived to race again.
Doing
wasn't
okay.
a big tragedy.
Yeah,
no reason for a sequel.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. No, yeah, he was really going back to the well, and it was dry.
Thank you very much.
Indeed. Yes.
We have Christy Lee at the news desk.
I have a feeling the phone's ringing, and I'll say hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Hey.
I've enjoyed your Fittipaldi program.
Sure.
I got to tell you, we need this rain, but it's kind of out of control. I'm holed up here at Mr. Fuel, waiting for the storm to pass. But the good news is you to keep the mud daubers and lot lizards at bay. They claim April showers to bring May flowers, but I guess all this rain in the month of May is going to bring Noah's Ark out of retirement again.
Yeah,
sure good.
I don't know if you heard, but in Kentucky, I heard tell somebody built a new Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
And I tried to take Big D to see it, but with her bursitis acted up, we couldn't go on account they only let you go in 2 by 2.
Makes sense.
Here's one for you, Mr. Ace. What did Alexander the Great, Jabba the Hutt, and Winnie the Pooh have in common?
What's that?
They all got the same middle names.
Well, that's
that Kentucky Derby was something else, wasn't it? Here's a few that'll make you giddy up without telling it. Why do racehorses like to toot when they run?
I don't know why.
Because they can't achieve full horsepower without gas. I bet you don't know when vampires like to watch horse racing best.
Wow.
Oh, when?
When it's neck and neck. Get it?
Yeah, that's where they'll bite.
And you know, with all this rain, they plan on running Derby here again soon. I don't know if you heard the news, but it's been rescheduled for Mother's Day. Not sure if y'all seen the royal family crown the king, but it looked to me like Prince Harry got his tickets from a scalper.
Is that a ball joke?
No, I think they meant bad seats.
Bad seat joke.
Yeah.
Here's an email. Good morning, crew. I just got married. This is from Leah.
Congratulations.
I was married on Star Wars Day.
All right.
My bouquet handle was a lightsaber base. We also took pictures with our son dressed up as Kylo Ren. So there's
What's her name?
Her and her bride, Leah. There's her and her bridesmaids.
I wonder if that was one of the ones.
Does she say where she got married?
Doesn't.
We have a news story about that.
City in Ohio.
Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Because there's a city in Ohio that had offered a Star Wars-themed wedding on May the 4th. Akron marked the unofficial holiday for Star Wars fans by offering 15-minute wedding ceremonies at the Highland Universal Gathering Spot. Most of the newlyweds dressed in traditional garments, such as white gowns or shirt and tie, but a few couples were wedding costume, including Jedi and Sith robes complete with lightsabers. Akron Municipal Court Judge Ron Cable even told couples, "May the Force be with you." Isn't that sweet?
Huh. Married you are.
Oh, Yoda officiated?
Kiss bride you may. I hope they were short ceremonies because I wouldn't want to have that a long ceremony. You know.
In a galaxy far, far away.
That's nice. They move out of their parents' basement now. Enjoy life.
So you automatically think someone who enjoys Star Wars lives in their parents' basement? No.
But that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I guess the only movie you like is it Toy Story?
I love Toy Story.
Yeah, but
I love the original. The first Star Wars was great.
Well, the first movie, Star Wars, yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
First three are pretty strong. They are. Empire? Come on.
And that next series where it's like watching C-SPAN with monsters in it. That gets a little bit boring.
Certainly some dry scenes.
Yeah. But now, what else you got, Christy?
Oh, this is a weird story out of Germany today. A 51-year-old man was rescued from the woods after a sex game went awry. The man was discovered, Josh, firmly bound with ropes atop a deer hunting platform near the town of Buchberg.
Does the German Scheiser in the woods? Isn't that the old...
He was fully dressed with pantyhose over his head. The man appeared to have been tied up by a woman he met online, but at some point she received a phone call and fled the woods, suddenly leaving the guy behind.
I must leave.
How do we know it was a woman who tied him up? Because a feminine knot or something?
It wasn't a feminine knot.
He set it up.
He said it was a woman. He was rescued after a cyclist and a hunter heard his screams for help. Police said the man told officers he had a box cutter on him for such situations, but seemed to have underestimated the woman's bondage skills because he was unable to reach his knife.
This is crazy. Man, this guy's into some stuff. Well, those Germans, though, they love their camp, don't they?
The man was unharmed and refused to provide information about the woman's identity.
Yeah, picked the wrong time to pop a couple of Viagra.
She is a strong mistress. I read about her.
Oh, did you?
Ava Brawny. Yeah.
Big woman.
She's very popular, but very strong. Yeah.
He's lucky that he wasn't found by a bear.
True.
Oh, pinata.
Oh, a sack lunch.
Oh, look. Pantyhose over. It must be sausage.
You have to wonder if her fetish was tying guys up and ditching them.
Maybe.
Yeah. Boy, that's really something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the old joke where the bear keeps finding the guy.
You're not here for the...
You're not here for the hunting. The hunting, are you? Okay. Never mind. This sounds an awful lot like that classic tale. Okay, sorry.
Here's another weird story in this kind of realm. A night manager at a Tennessee hotel facing charges after a guest woke up to him sucking on his toes.
Well, hold on.
According to police, David Neal used a key card to enter the guest's room around 5 in the morning.
If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right.
The guest said he awoke to the 52-year-old sucking on his toes. And after confronting Neal, called police. Neal told police he went to the guest's room after smelling smoke. WCTV reports Neal's charged with aggravated burglary and assault.
I smelled smoke because he was so hot. Oh, my God.
There has to be more to this story. You think?
He likes to suck the toes of men, and he in his defense, he probably thought, hey, if I ask, he'll just say no.
Yeah.
So
now, isn't the rule you never let your foot hang off the bed in a hotel because the monsters will get you?
Well, being 5 feet tall, I've never had that problem.
Okay.
Ever.
You ever woken up to a strange man sucking on your toes?
I haven't.
Saying this little piggy went to my mouth.
How about a guy you know?
Not into that, no.
So this guy, how's he going to apply for another job?
He's not.
So,
he's done.
So Seymour, tell me, how did you lose your last job? Oh well, some prick turned me in for trying to suck his toes.
I would imagine he's on a list now, right?
I would think. Do you have a song back?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. On an early Nashville morning, some dude's in my bed. Warm smell of cologne rising up from his head. He was the night manager of this Hilton hotel. He was down on his knees. I sat up and I yelled. This little piggy went to town on my feet as I slept. He must have made himself a key, and in my room he crept. I saw him when I checked in just yesterday. He complimented me on my shoes. Now I hear him say, welcome to the hotel, suck your toe corns.
Why?
The creepy look on his face.
Creepy look on his face.
Tarantino's favorite place. Calling the cops at the hotel, suck your toe corns. Oh, you can find him here, grinning ear to ear. Yuck.
Yuck.
Here's the dude.
Oh man, he looks like a.
Does he look like
it's
a toe
just
sucker?
awesome.
Kind of a Wally Cox, Poindexter looking guy.
Sort of a sad.
Hi, how are you?
I'd like to.
Good evening. By the way, I do have a question for you. May I suck on your toe?
No, but thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I'll move on.
Yeah,
asked and answered. That's right.
Apparently, now this version of the story says that he'd entered the guy's room the day before to help solve a TV issue.
Okay.
So maybe they had some kind of.
Who knows?
Maybe that's where he got his first glance at the man's feet.
That's when he fell in love.
Was it odd when he checked in that the guy asked for his shoe size?
Wait, are you about a size 11 and a half?
Was love at first foot? No.
How would you? Do you wash them before you suck them?
Probably. Maybe the thrill, part of the thrill was that they could have been filthy.
Probably.
Oh, God.
How would he think he wasn't getting into trouble? I mean, what would he?
So
maybe he thought the guy wouldn't wake up.
So he thought the guy might like it?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that this worked out for him before. And he's going to.
Some people might be too terrified to say anything if they wake up during it.
Somebody might have been into it.
Others may just have be having dreams of having their toes in the water and some fish are coming up and nibbling away, and they're none the wiser that it's really the night manager chewing on his feet.
The quirky night manager.
Here's a Yelp review.
Yeah.
It says Wi-Fi, pool, free breakfast, toe sucking, 5 stars, would stay again. So I think you nailed it.
Hey, there you go.
There are some folks that actually like that. Coming up, from the update desk.
Yes.
The weird story about the huge pasta dump.
Wait a minute. We don't have an update desk.
Yeah, we do.
Where?
Right here. I'm sitting at it.
Oh.
We are the news desk. We should have a separate update desk.
Huge pasta dump. Was this the day after I had Old Spaghetti Factory?
This was a weird story that, for some reason, made the national newswire. It was everywhere. They think they found out where the pasta dump came from. Also, we have pasta news from Italy coming up. And a really odd fish that has been washing up on the shores of Oregon. We'll find out about that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the
I don't know, I'm just getting old. I'm not doing this gracefully. I hate technology. I hate any kind of change. Have you seen this commercial for a car where they say the car can actually anticipate when you're going to have a wreck? The car can predict when I guess they got some kind of computer on board.
Right.
I thought, if that was really true, as soon as I hand the keys to my son, the damn airbags would go off. You know what I mean? But I said, all this technology, like I'm sure you guys probably have this. I just don't understand if this, like MySpace and Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Twitter.
I don't understand the concept. Can you imagine being in a mall and going up to a complete stranger and going, "Psst, could I be your friend?" Denied. To be denied bail, that should be denied. And young people out there, I'm not saying I'm right. I know this is old man cranky talk. I really do. But I just don't understand. I see all these young college kids getting tattoos with like Chinese characters on their arm.
Yeah.
You think there's college kids in China getting "Get her done" tattooed on their arms? I find that unlikely, don't you?
That's very possible.
Now, this you don't have to be old or cranky for this to make you mad, but this is making me nuts. Have you noticed how lately when you call these tech support things, in my case, I was calling my credit card, but one of these 1-800 things, we know this has been outsourced for a while, but remember in the beginning how they try to pretend like they're American?
Oh,
Remember that? They'd say, "Oh, my name is Sean." You go, "Yeah, how's the weather in Calcutta today, Sean?" But now they don't even care. Have you noticed that? I'm serious. I called the other day, and the guy just told me his an Indian name, and when they put me on hold, they're playing Ravi Shankar. They didn't bother to hide it at all, and I was getting so frustrated because I wasn't getting anything done. I kept saying, "Excuse me, I'm sorry. What was that? Please, excuse me." Could repeat that. And here's what I want you guys to do. It was a lot of fun for me. Maybe we'll start a movement. I started mumbling on purpose, like Boomhauer from King of the Hill or Gabby Hayes. I started going, "Yeah, they damn well so make up a thing in there, put someone down on him." He goes, "Excuse me, what?" I said, "Yeah, how do you like it up, Boom? Huh? Yeah. Try that on for size."
...2011 draft lottery. Cleveland wound up with the #1 overall pick and used it to select Kyrie Irving, who became an all-star and later paired with LeBron James to win the championship in 2016. Not to look at things you may have missed on a Monday. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and
I
Tom.
was calling in my picks for the Derby this year.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Well, with 20-1 odds, I got to go with confidence game. Because when it comes to winning the Derby or picking up chicks who are fire-ass hot, it's all about the confidence game. How else do you explain Pete Davidson? I swear to God. And this year, a lot of people are liking Forte at 3-1. But I ain't betting on no horse named after a Korean car, It's just impressive.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
When
your horse has run its very last race and there's nothing left to do, giddy up, giddy up. We don't think it's very good taste to turn him into glue. Giddy up, giddy so up. If your horse has lost his stuff and his legs aren't thin and bony, giddy up, giddy and if his meat ain't very tough, then he comes to Burger Pony.
Now, when you come into any participating Burger Pony restaurant and order our swale in a pail, every kid in your group will receive a free hot fudge sundae silence. And don't forget our Clint Eastwood Western spaghetti. And our delicious burgers, including the Daily Double and the Triple Crown. And remember our motto, if we're not in your neighborhood yet, your neighbors have probably passed a petition.
So if your horse has lost his stuff and his legs aren't thin and bony, and if his meat ain't very tough, then he comes to Burger Pony. Comes to Burger Pony. Comes to Burger Pony.
Bob and Tom, you can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
You said you used to be a teacher?
Yeah, I was a PE teacher.
Gym teacher.
Gym, yeah. And I don't know, I was telling you I about drinking. I like to drink, and I'd like to teach. I don't know if that's right, but yeah, it was just so hot, man. And you had to stand outside in the heat all day. And when you drink and the kid thinks you smell like, liquor and... I found that I just had to lie. You have to be a really good liar to teach school because parents come in there like you guys were talking about dodgeball. This woman, I kid you not, came into me for parent-teacher conference and goes, I don't understand why Bobby doesn't do better in dodgeball. And you got to be like, because Bobby doesn't apply himself, but you're thinking because Bobby throws like a little fruit. That's why. Look at his dad. It's not my fault, If you wanted an athlete, marry a guy who stands up straight with a straight wrist. I can't fix that. Just don't, make sure he pays attention in art class because this ain't happening.
He has a great sense of color.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was flying from South Bend to here. I was on a plane this big. It was like a pack of gum with 8 people in it. What happened was we took off from the South Bend Airport Hair Care and Tire Center there. I don't know if you've ever been there. We got halfway here. We had to go back. It's like a 12-minute flight. We had to go back. We had engine trouble. We lost some oil pressure in one of the engines, and they told us about it over the speaker system of the plane, right, which was stupid because they could have just went, hey, we lost some oil.
They could have just turned around and yelled at you.
The guy sitting next to me is losing his mind. He goes, hey man, if one of these engines fails, how far will the other one take us? And I was like, all the way to the scene of the crash.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everyone. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold. Chick. He's the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Ready with that joke of the day or sometime soon. Willie Griswold on assignment in not just any assignment. He's in L.A. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Now, we have coming up some interesting things about fishing and fish, and I bring this up because Josh is back from his fishing trip.
Yes, thanks for giving me the day.
With your brothers on Lake of the Ozarks. You guys have some good times, talk through things, and
Yeah, it was great to catch up with everybody, and we had wonderful.
Were you
wonderful
overserved?
fishing. No, I never was. I mean, they're long day. Yeah, we were pretty concentrated on the fishing, and we got up super early to do it. So,
all right.
I mean, I had a handful of beers, but nothing crazy.
Super early being
about the same time we normally all of us get up. So
super early for us would be midnight.
Yeah. It's about there was really no change.
Okay,
for me.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fish, Christy, do you have the?
Yeah,
fish?
food tech company has created 3D printed, ready to cook fish fillets.
No.
What?
No, thank you.
Stakeholder Foods partnered with Singapore-based Umami Meats to produce the lab-grown fish fillets. To make the fish, Umami Meats extracts cells from grouper and grows them into muscle and fat.
Excuse me, is this grouper lab grown?
Yes.
Stakeholder Foods then adds them to a bio ink that is then printed into narrow fillets that mimic
Nothing sounds like down-home cooking like stakeholder food.
I know.
They weren't even trying. What are we going to name them? I don't know.
Corporation Foods.
We like it stakeholder. That's it.
They then print the narrow fillets that mimic the properties of sea-caught fish.
Sounds delicious.
Umami hopes to bring its fish products to market next year.
Okay.
I
mean, is this a food sustainability thing?
Yeah.
Oh, with that, then it's...
the amazing thing, if you keep reading, the fish resin is actually cheaper than printer's ink. So we're going to be able to feed the multitudes.
No doubt.
This makes me weird out a little bit, so for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah. Me too.
Hey, I tell you what, hey, Mark, the printer's jammed. I don't know. I think it was trying to make a filet of fish this morning. I'm trying to print the news.
Yikes.
The word 3D printer really isn't accurate.
Fabricator's a better word.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
It kind of bothers me that they...
It bothers me too, Tom.
The one I had, I'll tell you what, the filet of fish I had that was made on the 3D printer, I think it needed a little more toner. It was
really?
Kind of rare.
Mine must have been old. It was
Why?
dot matrix.
Oh, it took forever. You waited all day.
That was a little,
and I had to tear off those holes on the sides.
That was a little Woody Allen-esque there. dot matrix.
Jesus, this is how he did it. Oh, yeah, hidden in the cave, he had a 3D printer. Where do you think those fish came from? You thought it was some kind of a trick, didn't you?
Some kind of a trick.
Remember when we thought nothing would surpass 80s tech? Remember that?
Sure do. It's amazing.
Speaking of...
You get a fax and
grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is It's Dick Swatter sitting in for Hunter Forbush. And this is some of... God, I got to tell you right now, kids, I am totally hungover.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, God, this is Dick Swatter. Listen, I started drinking tequila at noon on Cinco de Mayo. Started Saturday at 5 a.m. I began downing pints of ale in a pub while watching the coronation. Saturday afternoon, I started guzzling mint juleps. I stuck with those for the rest of the weekend.
Oh, boy.
Let me have a sip of water here just a second. So right now, it feels like a Mexican leprechaun with muddy boots crawled into my mouth, defecated, and died.
Oh, God.
Did I even hit the sounder? There we go.
Ooh.
Okay, so anyway, here are the top stories as best as I can remember them. The Kentucky Derby field was run under sad circumstances when 7 horses died, apparently from eating 500 pounds of pasta dumped in the woods behind Churchill Downs.
I don't think those stories...
Do I have that story wrong? Okay. Across the Atlantic, there was a royal ceremony where most of the men dressed as hotel doormen. I don't know what the hell that was about. Meanwhile, most of the women at the coronation wore hats rejected by Kentucky Derby attendees for being too ugly. Prince Charles, of course, was crowned King Charles III. In something of a surprise move, his wife Camilla was crowned Queen Camilla and declared the bitchingest ultimate side piece chick of all time.
Oh, this is an official title.
Estranged royal Prince Harry attended his father's coronation. However, his wife Meghan Markle stayed home in Los Angeles because she had to get her legs waxed and didn't want to miss the premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, she had important stuff going on.
And finally, weight loss chain Jenny Craig has confirmed they are going out of business. When asked why, a spokesperson explained between bites of food, they just discovered 500 pounds of pasta dumped in the woods. And they were going to be very busy for the immediate future. Well, this is Dick Hitswater sitting in for Hunter Forbush, and this has been Some Other News. My God, where's the water?
Hunter Forbush. We hope Hunter returns.
Thank you, Hunter.
Actually, residents of a New Jersey township believe they have solved the mystery of the so-called pasta dump.
Oh, yeah.
Last week, Hundreds of pounds of pasta were discovered along the banks of a brook in a wooded part of Oldbridge.
Was this called the pasta dump before it got to Tom?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Here's the headline.
Yeah.
This is the headline from NBC New York. Neighbors solve mysterious New Jersey pasta dump case.
Last time I saw a pasta dump like that, I was in the bathroom of Buca di Beppo.
NBC New York reports the pasta was in fact raw, but heavy rains made it appear it had cooked before it was dumped.
Have you seen the picture of this thing?
Yeah, it's
hilarious.
It's just sitting there, just a mound of, or
It's like
kind
a
of
line.
a line of it. Yeah.
Neighbors say the pasta came from a nearby home that is up for sale. They believe a man moving out of his mom's home after her death found a stockpile of old food and threw it out. The township's public works department cleaned up the mess, with the mayor saying the case is now closed.
Well, not with the mayor.
With the mayor saying the case is now closed.
I doubt No, I'm not going out there.
No.
What?
Cleaned up
Who
the mess.
discovered it?
Apparently, people that were walking their dogs or something are back there. Yeah.
I was like, what the hell's this?
When I tell you to dump pasta in the woods, I don't want you having a stockbroker getting a Hummer finding it.
They brought out a forklift kind of device that had a big fork on it, literally.
They turned it.
That turned around. It was a different kind of fork.
And a giant spoon to put it again.
Yeah, that was a different. They had like a front loader with using the spoon.
Wheelbarrows.
Makes me kind of hungry.
Oh, yeah, that's your
Gonna make
favorite food,
spaghetti?
isn't it?
We'll make spaghetti tonight for dinner.
Delicious pasta. What was the guy thinking? Why did he put it in a dumpster? Why would you just throw food in the... Do you think it was going to be like recycling?
He probably thought it would just dissolve into the soil.
I didn't believe this story at first. I thought it was just a load of bolognese, but it turns out. No, nothing, Chip.
No.
I was wrong to say it.
No, I don't know. I don't know what kind of a mind would come up with that.
Okay, all right. I will rethink my life.
It's just extrapolating.
Maybe he threw it away because it was expired.
Oh, yeah.
Pasta date.
Pasta expiration date.
Speaking of that, the price of pasta in Italy has gone way up. And Italy's industry minister, Adolfo Urso, is calling for a crisis meeting over soaring prices.
I'm Adolfo Urso.
Urso.
What?
Urso.
What'd you call him?
The cost of spaghetti and other pasta products rose by over 17% in the past year, despite a drop in wheat prices.
So it's up a pretty penny.
Okay. Seriously?
You're starting to miss load of bolognese, aren't you?
Yeah.
The halcyon days of the bolognese.
How erudite the bolognese comment was.
The surging pasta talks will be chaired by a government-appointed watchdog on inflation. It's a big deal.
How'd you like to be the government-appointed pasta inflation guy?
In Italy, that's probably higher than vice president.
Yes.
Well, we can't say. The vice president doesn't go to international funerals. We send our pasta chief. He's the guy that people respect. When we come back.
And by the way, don't let anyone ever forget, Tom contends that pasta, depending on the shape, tastes differently from pasta to pasta.
Yeah,
and
that's wrong.
Even the most unsophisticated palate would tell you.
It's not all made from eggs and flour, if that's what you're thinking.
Many things are made similarly, but the shape dictates the
shape.
The shape, the way
has
it's
an
cooked.
effect on the taste.
I mean, I know I like my SpaghettiOs al dente, which is a trick, by the way. That is not easy to do.
You got to get to the factory.
You got to catch them early at the factory.
They're a little mushy.
Has anybody ever tried that? Like a canned al dente spaghetti. When we come back, we actually have a really weird fish story coming out of Oregon that's kind of scary.
Is it okay to eat pasta right out of the box and not cook it, like crunchy?
It won't hurt you, but
Break
it's
your tooth.
certainly not good.
One of those deals?
There's probably some idiot out there that does that. Hey, watch this.
For TikTok.
Before I suck your toes, I'm going to chew on this pasta. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also...
I'll take this slow, sweet walk with you. You let go of my hand
hand to say I do. And he will discover just how blessed a life can be. I know, 'cause all those years ago, your mom handed you to me. Every step that we take brings back the memories. Winter snows and horse shows and dancing on the beach. And I can't help thinking that I'm the lucky one. You're still my baby daughter, and now I've gained a son. I'll take this slow, sweet walk with you. You let go of my hand to say I do. And he will discover just how blessed life can be. I know, 'cause all those years ago, your mom handed you to me. And don't miss a chance to put each other first. And now that you've found, for better or for worse, and don't let the beauty of this life pass you by. In the times of trouble, and you stand side by side. I'll take this slow, sweet walk with you. You let go of my hand to say I do. I picture a slow, sweet walk yet to be. You take my hand, say, Daddy, come see. Then you'll know what it feels like. And you won't believe what it feels like. Then you'll know what it felt like when she handed you to me. She handed you to me.
Beautiful.
walking around and having a good time. And
so you have no children? Then.
I have no children. Here's the first sign of me getting old. All right, here's the first sign of me as an old guy. I give my girlfriend a really good back massage, like 40 minutes. Then it's my turn. I lay down. She just barely starts to rub my back. This is true. And she reaches down and says, "Are you sure you want me to rub your back?" And I said, "Yes." I'm like, what?
True enough.
Oh, my God.
What am I, 100?
Greg Hahn is our guest.
I went out with this one girl. Can I say this?
Yeah. Sure.
Get a load of this. I'm on a date. I was out with this girl, right? Here's what she says. It's true. She says, "Oh, I did something she didn't like." She goes, "Oh, you just lost some points." Whoa, there's points involved. It's a point system that the women have. It's a point system. Men, we don't know what's going on. All we know is it involves points, and all of a sudden, we're down. You know what I mean? I was doing my impression of her mother. She's like, "Oh, you just lost some points." I'm like, "Really? How many did I start out with?" "Don't ask any questions. You just got to lose more points." "Well, transfer my account to your younger sister."
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question.
On the way.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
What'd I miss?
Ace Cosby.
Green room bolognese.
Oh, green room.
They can't take the interpretation of a sound mind.
Are we talking about your mind?
Yes.
And here's Nutsy.
Oh, that mind makes a lot of sound. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
You know you're in for a treat when he says something. He starts a sentence with, "Well, obviously." And then it's off to the races.
Coming up, we're going to talk with comedians Greg Warren and Reno Collier.
Warren?
Got a nice letter here about Mr. Greg Warren. This is really great. This comes to us from Staunton, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Said, "I've seen a number of comedians in person, heard many on the radio, and seen many on television. Very few make me laugh as hard as Greg Warren. Loved The Salesman," Greg's new piece. "I sat alone in my kitchen table and laughed out loud."
Yeah.
Wasn't that nice?
Very funny.
That's very sweet. That comes to us from Fred.
Sounds like he leads us
in Virginia.
Solitary existence.
Hello, at my kitchen table.
Hey, isn't that nice?
A revolver in hand. This didn't make me laugh.
Remember, you can be alone and not be lonely. I bet Fred's doing just fine.
Even Superman had a fortress of solitude. No broads around there.
What?
Did you say Fred?
I did say Fred. Carrington. Very nice. Haven't heard that in a while. In honor of Fred from Staunton, Virginia, listening and enjoying the Greg Warren comedy special. Greg Warren, the salesman. We'll be talking to Greg here in just a few minutes.
Yes, we will.
But right now, we return to the Bob and Tom news desk, where you will find the engaged Christy Lee.
Yes. Witnesses describe them as freaky-looking fanged fish.
What?
The odd-looking fish, Josh, have been washing up along a stretch of Oregon's coastline.
What are these called?
Oregon State Park says they are lancet fish.
Now, lance fish are different. They only have one ball. Sorry.
Oh.
Lance fish, one toe.
I thought they were square like crackers.
They have fanged jaws, huge eyes, and a sail-like fin.
They have these super creepy-looking teeth.
Super creepy. They live mainly in tropical and subtropical waters, but travel as far as Alaska's Bering Sea to feed. Scientists said that while it's not uncommon for lancet fish to wash up on beaches, the reason why is still unclear. Lancet fish can be more than 7 feet long and swim to depths of more than a mile beneath the surface of the sea.
Look at that thing.
Oh, my.
It looks insane. Prehistoric and
those
weird.
teeth.
Yeah.
This is why you don't want to swim naked, fellas. I mean,
oh, man.
That
Do
looks
you
like
think he would bite down on it?
sure looks like a lure floating around there.
Sure. You have never skinny dipped, have you?
Oh, sure, but I mean in a...
Oh, you have?
Well, not in a place where they have fanged fish.
Yeah.
And I think swimming in the harbor in Petoskey or Harbor Springs, you're in Lake Michigan, you're not going to get your schlong chomped on by some of those. Look at those teeth.
These are wild. They look like this is why things like sea serpents and stuff, people think.
Yeah.
If you were an old sailor.
A yar?
You'd be, yeah.
You'd think it was a monster.
Yeah. You go, oh, there are. It kind of looks like those screaming eels or whatever they're in The Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah.
Shrieking eels.
And the sign said, long-fanged funky fishes need not apply.
Scared us a little bit.
What is it? The sign said funky fishes. Long-haired, funky, long-fanged. Long-fanged. That would be better. Long-fanged, freaky, funky fishes need not apply.
Okay.
All right.
They are scary looking.
Pretty wild.
Okay. No, thank you.
A high school in Texas is being overrun with raccoons.
Really?
Students at McCallum High School in Austin said the issue stretches back to the early 2000s. Journalism student Morgan I said, quote, 6 catches and releases all in the span of the last 3 days is the most we've ever seen here.
He's got to start Morgan I on the news. I'm Morgan
His last name is E-Y-E?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, in one instance, a raccoon fell from the ceiling and landed next to a student.
Can you, the havoc that must have caused in a class. I remember when a bee would get into our classroom, we'd all lose our minds.
We had a raccoon in the ceiling in this building, and the problem is the pee.
Yeah.
Because you'd look at the acoustic tile and there'd be these big stains.
We have one right out there, a big one in the hallway. I always wondered.
Well,
it doesn't smell like kitty litter.
that was Gunner.
Oh.
But
thought it'd be funny if he pissed off, you know.
No. He climbed up there and. No, I'm just kidding. It was Jay.
Then it's not P.
When reached for comment, Austin Independent School District told KXAN, we take this matter seriously and are taking steps to address the issue in a humane and effective manner.
Huh.
Yeah, that's bad news. You've got raccoons in your ceiling. There's going to be lots of problems.
Yeah.
Good luck. They need better smelling dumpsters is what they need. That'll draw them back outside. Yeah. Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Greg Warren. Looking forward to always talking to Greg. And,
I wonder what today's going to be about.
We'll see what he's talking about.
I don't know. I'm excited to find out.
I wonder why they put erasers on the tips of pencils.
Razors on the tips of pencils?
Erasers.
Oh, I misheard you.
Okay. Also, coming up, the physics of champagne bubbles and sex toys in the news. Right now, and also coming up, news from NASA. It's very exciting. Right now, I want to talk about great food. And HelloFresh realizes it is time for a change. The sunshine is eventually going to come out. Spring will fully spring, and then the summer will be here. HelloFresh wants to introduce you to some great food, chef-crafted recipes featuring seasonal ingredients, and that's what HelloFresh is all about. They do the shopping, and they do the measuring, and they send you the, let's just call it a kit, but it's a delicious kit of fresh food. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Why the BT Show 16? In honor of a brand new program they've got going with 16 free meals. HelloFresh can make dinner time a snap, and maybe your taste buds are saying, we're tired of the same restaurants, we're tired of our own cooking. How about some new stuff? Every week you choose from 40 recipes curated by expert chefs, and you can switch stuff around, by the way. You can switch to the proteins, et cetera, to make it fit your life. And by the way, the types of food vary from pescatarian to vegetarian to good old-fashioned fit food, or just good old-fashioned wholesome food. Celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month with some special stuff from HelloFresh. They have got the chef Serbi Sani from the famous New York City Tagmo restaurant. He is doing some special recipes this month. Another reason to check it out, HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. A great way to teach the kids how to cook, and great for date night, Josh. 16 free meals plus free shipping with the code BT Show 16. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. That's HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Coming up, comedian Greg Warren. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. And we're doing kind of a musical chairs thing today. And, it's actually a musical chair right now, because joining us in the studio, we have singer-songwriter, actor, and comedian Stephen Lynch. I throw in the actor thing because you spent how did you describe it?
9 months in hell.
Sentence, was that the word you used?
9 months in hell is what I just heard.
You were on Broadway. Do you want to give us give those that haven't heard about this the background on?
The Wedding Singer.
You portrayed
the very popular Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movie about crazy kids in the 80s.
Turned into a very successful theater piece.
Very successful.
Well, you did it for a pretty long time.
Mildly successful.
I mean,
it was fun. But I had my toe on the trigger pretty much every day of the last 4 months of it. Well, I realize I'm making it sound like it was really bad.
No, but I mean,
it wasn't. It was time to move on. You know.
Can you play one of the new ones for us?
I think so.
Okay.
We just had a little powwow in your producer's office about what I can and cannot say on the radio these days. And
there have been moments before. You think this one's okay?
I don't know.
Okay, well, if it's not.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Lynch.
This is a song I wrote. I discovered, oddly enough, that I had an uncle, a great-great-great-great-great-uncle who lived in the medieval period. He pretty much did for a living what I do for a living. He was both a troubadour and a court jester, and I think he used to play in the court of the king and the queen. And I discovered one of his old compositions that he wrote for the lute, and I transposed it to the guitar.
Good, because we don't have a lute handy.
No. I don't either.
Because I like guitar comics, but I hate lute comics. Prop guys and lute comics.
Those are the worst, aren't they?
Just hacks.
They give us all a bad name. So this is one of his compositions, and I just thought I'd try it for a modern audience, see how it goes over. Come, fair lady, to mine bed we go, and verily sweet pleasures we shall know. Yet where thy belly meets thy limb, I beseech thee, give a trim, for thy bush doth overflow. Milady doth have a 70s muff. A 1470s muff. Zounds, it's as prickly as a Christmas wreath. Think it might hide some baby birds beneath. Pray, shave it off to make a coat. There are furballs down mine throat, short and curlies twixt my teeth. I saith not thy is her suit. But it looketh like thou hast buckwheat in a leg lock. My uncle was also a very hacky stand-up comedian. But soft, what hair through yonder girdle grows, to be or not to be put in cornrows. Oh, it is beastly and unruly, and it smelleth of patchouli, and that offends my nose. I sayeth not thou art furry down there, but it doth resemble Fidel Castro eating a London broil. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, medieval bush.
Bravo. Stephen Lynch.
Thank you, lords and ladies. Thank you.
Stephen Lynch, ladies and gentlemen.
What is a lute?
A lute it looks like a pear-shaped ukulele.
Yeah, it goes.
Kind of a...
Well, there's no neck. There's no neck, though.
Look like guitars. I think those are lutes.
To change an old joke just a little bit, the best sound a lute makes is when a banjo lands on it in the dumpster, or an accordion, one of the two. I'm sure there's
You're really anti-lute, man.
I do not.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold. I hate Steven Singer's sidekick chair.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold on assignment in L.A. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
He's promised to get up early, give us a call one of these mornings. We'll see what's going on. I know he's got another show coming up on Wednesday, but we...
Another radio show?
Now turn to the big screen in our room. There he is. It's Greg Warren, who is responsible for a YouTube special entitled Greg Warren, the Salesman. And getting some great reviews, Greg. Just read a nice letter from a guy in Virginia. Loved the show.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Huh.
Chicks, that surprise you?
No. I watched it, and I...
Did you chuckle?
I thought it was very presentable.
Chick, some people are calling it one of the most presentable specials of 2023.
I was very impressed that you had a real nice article written up about you in Vulture. I live by Vulture. I always read that magazine. Yeah, I love that magazine. Yep.
Yeah, I was kind of a pretty cool thing for me. The guy got the name wrong, but other than that, I was happy that he called it the Traveling Salesman or something. But
and he called you Warner. But other than that, I think
but Craig Warner is a very funny comic.
Now, you'd like to take a topic every week and do a deep dive, shall we say? What's this week's topic?
Well, it's we're getting towards summer, Tom. So it's the history of flip-flops.
Oh,
how about that?
Yeah. This is really the oldest footwear known to man. They were goes back to 4000 BC.
Whoa.
Yep. The Africans wore them. They were made out of animal hides. The Mexicans out of yucca, India wood. At China and Japan, they were made out of rice straw. Yeah. So you had these Rice shoes back then. Of course, the brand names, Uncle Ben's, Minute shoes, Shoes-A-Roni, very popular in Northern California.
He's kidding us.
And then in Egypt, they were made out of papyrus, which is papyrus is basically paper. It's an ancient writing source. It's a surface. Right. Which I think must have been tough on some of the poor kids back then because, they were probably using recycled paper. Like, hey, dog, your shoes made out of letters from your grandma.
Come on,
I love you, Kevin. She do love you, Kevin. She do. She the only one that can love you because you got shoes made out of letters from your grandma. The Romans, the Greeks, let's just say, they wore these flip-flops like they're supposed to be worn.
What do you mean?
We wear them, the strap there between the big toe and the second toe, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mom called those thongs.
Yeah, so do we.
Thongs. That's what I called them when I was growing up.
Yeah, they were called thongs as long as I can remember. Yep.
Yeah, I still call them that. But the Romans, get this, these maniacs, they put the strap between the second and the third toe.
What the hell are they doing?
Well, I know, Josh. I know you don't split up piggy that goes to market and piggy that stays home.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
No.
Huh. You just don't do that, do you?
No.
Which is why they, of course, that's why the Roman Empire crumbled. Plantar fasciitis. I believe.
Took them down.
Took them down, man. Took them down. This is a little passage I read. If you thought that running in flip-flops was impossible, think again. The Tarahumaras, a tribe living in Mexico's Copper Canyons, ran hundreds of miles across woods and on a rocky terrain wearing only huaraches. Those are self-made sandals, very similar to flip-flops, which, but did they do it carrying a Diet Coke and smoking a cigarette? Because that's wearing flip-flops as far as I'm concerned. You're not really wearing flip-flops unless you're smoking.
And to be honest, I have trouble running in any shoe. Not just
is that right, Josh?
Yeah. So
why is that?
Fat.
Not.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Do you wear flip-flops, Josh?
I don't. No, I've never been comfortable in them. I don't like that strap between the big toe and
I'm the same. I hate it.
Let me tell you something. Unless you can put a foot in the sand, you don't wear flip-flops.
Ah, okay.
Women, too?
I'm
Women
gonna
wear them all.
I'm going to say yes.
Summer. No.
Josh, all right, chick, I don't get it. What do you mean?
Unless you're on a beach or in the water, don't wear flip-flops. Cover your.
I got you.
Cover your foot.
I tried to get a photograph of this. There was a guy riding a Harley in flip-flops.
Oh.
And I tried to pull up because I thought, this guy, this could go really wrong.
He's very confident of his riding ability.
You're not Fred Flintstone, sir.
Yeah.
But I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a tough motorcycle guy right there.
Yeah.
What do you think his nickname was? I don't.
Iron Feet or something.
Iron Foot. Iron Foot could beat up Snake any day.
I think this song mentions huaraches. I think.
You see them wearing their baggies, huarache sandals too.
Huarache sandals.
Wow, that's what they're saying. I had no clue.
Surfing USA.
Wow. I thought they were cooking on hibachi. I didn't know that.
How did you know that?
I do that from the song. Yeah.
I knew it was huarache. Dean put it up there.
Huarache sandals.
I recognized it.
I didn't
That's
know what
amazing.
Huarache sandals.
In fact, I think I thought they got their sandals. Did they got their sandals too? Yeah, I just assumed. Who knew?
Nike has one of their shoes is a huarache. Actually,
really, there's a couple other songs that mention flip-flop. Kenny Chesney has a song called "The Flip-Flop Summer." Good song. Flip-Flop Winter, horrible song.
Oh yeah,
Frozen toes.
It's about frostbite and severing toes.
Yeah.
It's a sort of a Russian-themed song. It's terrible.
It's terrible. Tom, didn't you cut your heel on a flip-flop wearing pop-top wearing flip-flops?
No, that's a Jimmy Buffett song.
No, that was Jimmy Buffett, chick.
Oh, I thought it was Tom.
No.
Huh.
It's easy to get those guys mixed up.
Oh, yeah. Trying to make
Kenny Chesney, one time I was doing a show early in my career, and the crowd was getting out of control. I think they were drinking a lot up in Baltimore, and I threw a couple out. I threw them out, and the lady was walking out, and she muttered, "God thinks he's Kenny Chesney."
That was her, like, A-list. Only Kenny could get somebody out.
Who the hell do you think you are, Kenny Chesney?
Thinks he's Kenny Chesney.
Real cowboys don't rock to Kenny Chesney. Did you know that? Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
There was kind of a stir in 2005. The Northwestern women's lacrosse team went undefeated. Great season, 21-0. They won the NCAA championship. They visited the White House, and some of the girls wore flip-flops when presenting to President Bush. And a lot of people were up in arms about it.
That's kind of disrespectful.
It's disrespectful. I'll tell you that right now. It's a commander-in-chief. You don't do that.
Hippies is what they are, Greg. Hippies.
Yeah, a lot. They were hippies. Yeah, hippies. Granola eating,
patchouli stinking.
Filthy hippies.
Yes. Well, the girls kind of, they spun it. What they did is they auctioned off these flip-flops to raise money for a sick child, which is cool, but you got to wonder what weirdo freak was buying flip-flops from the Northwestern women's lacrosse team. My collection is complete. I will put these on the mantle next to the toenail clippings from the University of Wisconsin field hockey team.
It would have saved the kid's life if they'd sold their panties. Hey, we can take them off life support. We got the panty.
Tom Griswold, everybody. Tom Griswold.
God, you guys get that I wasn't really taking the report in that direction today.
No,
you guys got it. Just kind of try to avoid that sort of thing. But fine.
You brought up the sick kid.
Game-worn panties.
As long as we're going there, 2011, Barack Obama, our president, wore flip-flops in his native state of Hawaii.
You mean Kenya?
No. Don't start with this, Josh.
Actually, hang on a second. I think we're very, very excited to have the former president of the Barack Obama here in the studio.
Oh, he's there?
He's here, yeah.
Hello, Greg.
Hey, Mr. President.
Michelle and I enjoyed The Salesman.
You watched my special.
Found it to be very funny.
Thank you. Chick only said presentable, so that's good.
Very presentable is what I said.
Yeah. And I did wear flip-flops. Thank you.
I hear your wife has a new line of food out there. Did you hear about this?
Michelle hates fat people. She's made that very clear. Wishes they would be executed.
Oh!
I don't.
Back to you, Greg. You asked for it. You got it.
Yeah. No, so President Obama wore them, and it was his. That's where he was born. Sorry, Josh. And he wore, and that's what you wear when you're in Hawaii. And a lot of people got upset. They said it was disrespectful. And it was the first time that we had seen a president's toes in history.
Have you ever seen the Statue of Liberty? The whole foot thing there?
No.
What?
Oh, yeah, she's got some trotters.
She has sandals on, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Is that right?
There's a whole story about her foot and the whole.
You can see what each little toe's doing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
although that was the first time we did see the president. When Jimmy Carter was in office, we did not see his toes, but I believe his brother Billy Carter was urinating in public, and I think we saw more than his toes.
Well, when a bouncer threw him into the dumpster, his feet were up in the air. I think it's how that happened.
There were certain doctors who saw FDR's toes when they were putting needles in them to see if he could feel them.
Oh.
Do you you hear
Jesus.
the silence?
Yeah.
Do you hear
I
that?
think that they've all forgotten about the game-worn panty stuff, Greg.
See, now, Greg, sadly, you're going to be lumped in with that remark.
No, Chick, that wasn't me. That was Josh.
Will you wiggle that one? Nope, still can't. Okay. I'll mark that down the chart here.
Listen, your dog Falla just bit off your little toe. You didn't even flinch.
Didn't even know.
Still all
How about
polioed. He's still polioed up.
Now, Greg, I want to urge people to watch the Greg Warren special. Tell me, it's called The Salesman. Where does one find that, Greg?
Tom, it's on YouTube.
Let me tell you what I did.
Let him plug this real quick.
Let me walk through this. I went to my YouTube app and I put in Greg, and before I could get to Warren, it went bam, Greg Warren Salesman.
Oh, there you go.
Clicked on that, there it was. Oh,
thank you, Chick. Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I'll just go ahead and beg the listeners to watch it. It's off to a good start, but I'd love to have a good week. I promise it's good. It's funny. I know, some of these reports are average, but this special is
and it's what's the word I'm looking for? Nice and clean,
family friendly.
There you go, family.
In fact, Greg,
you won't notice though. You won't notice.
No, it's still got plenty of edge and awesome humor. My neighbor's family watched it. The family next door, they're great people, and they're now quoting some of your lines.
Oh, I bet you enjoy that.
Yeah.
Which line are they quoting?
Many. I'm not going to ruin any jokes here, but I'll just say one line I get is, I also don't have the Declaration of Independence.
Yes. That was a good moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That opens up the special, I think. It's funny.
Thanks, Pat.
It's awesome, dude. Their kids loved it. They loved it. So well done, Greg. Very proud.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Well, Josh and Chick were there.
I don't know why you didn't leave the recognition of me in the presentation, but evidently,
man, Chick, that was a tough edit. That one came right down to the wire. I'm going to go ahead and throw Bargatze under the bus on that one.
You championed me, I'm sure, but Bargatze's the one who cut it.
But you were heckling during the show.
No, somebody heckled me, and then it got out of hand. Yeah.
Chick responded. It was a great moment, and man, Chick, I fought for you, buddy. I fought for you, and it's Nate Bargatze steamrolled me on that decision. Just steamrolled me.
Here's what it sounded like, Tom.
All those schools have cheers, like creepiest by far, Arkansas. That's not it, ma'am, but what did you say, Chick? Yes, ma'am. Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show is here. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you, Chick, for ruining my show.
It's nice.
I didn't say a damn thing.
The Chicks are, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Chick, you got the biggest laugh of the night.
Oh, I think I did.
Yeah, well done.
Whoa.
Me and Nikki Glazer actually both got big
applause break. They call that.
Yeah, I killed it.
I had to be hard on you.
Well, I was just a couple of moments in there.
Nice of
that
Greg
I
to
had.
open for you.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
So what was our topic again?
Flip-flops. Anything else?
Oh, flip-flops, guys.
Tom, have you
you know
ever
what
worn flip-flops?
Thongs.
Tom,
What?
have you ever worn flip-flops?
I hate flip-flops.
So he has, because that's how he knows he hates them.
That's right.
That thing between your toes, right?
Yeah, I don't like them.
I don't care for it.
No.
Do you have a nice slide instead? A nice slide sandal?
I will wear the slides, but only on vacation on the beach.
Okay.
Yes.
He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
No, I know. I prefer not wearing
It's the thing that goes over your foot.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're wearing flip-flops and you're trying to sneak up on somebody, it's a bad idea. For like assassins and stuff, if you're an assassin out there, don't wear these. I'd wear a Croc more than I would a flip-flop.
Do they make an orthopedic flip-flop?
Kind of.
I think they do, actually.
Gives you the kind of...
They're called
Art support
flops.
you.
Are you joking?
No, I have
They're
like
called fit
10
flops?
pairs of them. I love them. They have a thicker sole and they're very comfortable. Yes.
How about that? Fit flops.
Fit flops.
Somebody saw you coming.
I love them.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the term? Flip-flop, of course, is named after a term. What's that, Tom? What's the term when you name an object?
Onomatopoetic? It's named after the sound that it makes?
Onomatopoeia is the name. If you can spell that, I'll give you a lot of. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one.
Yeah. Sounds like a disease, really.
Yeah, it burns when he.
Yeah, it's got
onomatopoeias.
Yeah.
In some cultures, India, Latin America, and Philippine parents use the flip-flops as a discipline tool.
I bet.
Oh, yeah.
I bet that happens here in America, too.
There are viral videos of women taking their flip-flops off and keeping children in line.
And not just in those S-hole countries that Greg named. Also here.
Right.
Are you serious? Time out.
I'm going to go down for this report. And I had nothing to do with it.
I did about 3 or 4 really nasty things.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg.
And I also got, if your father is a pimp, you don't want to make him angry because you take off those platform shoes with the goldfish and you get whacked by one of those.
You're going to know it.
Hey, Greg, we had a story a few years ago about a pair of flip-flops. It's kind of hard to describe, but in the sole of the flip-flop, there was like a cork thingy that screwed out, and you could put booze in it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So
a flip-flop flask?
A flip-flop flask, but then my thought was, so then you gotta stick your lips. You just walked into the concert. And now you're French kissing the.
Never underestimate the ingenuity of alcoholics.
Okay, well, we got to move it on. Once again, Greg's special is called The Salesman on a YouTube channel near you. Check it out. It's great.
Yes.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks so much, Greg.
Hi,
Oh, wait a
Greg.
minute.
Very fun.
Thanks, guys. Good talking to you.
Greg, did I forget to plug your upcoming dates? I think I did.
Don't worry about that. Just watch The Salesman.
Well, am I correct in saying you're going to be in Key West this weekend?
Whoa.
Key West, that's part of the flip-flop report. Yeah, Key West. You know.
Hey, how come I can't go with you? Tom's been giving me Fridays off.
It's Wednesday through Saturday at Comedy Key West, Florida. That'll be
Josh,
great.
come on down, buddy.
All right.
I'll find. Yeah, okay, give you a good 7-8 minutes on the show.
Thank you, Greg.
I don't have it.
Right now, I got to remind everybody out there that, wow, we've been talking about this for a while, but it's really coming fast now. Mother's Day is this Sunday. So here's what you do. You got to get this box checked. And think about all those moms in your life. You can take care of this right now if you go to IHateStevenSinger.com. That's where you'll find Steven Singer Jewelers. All kinds of great jewelry for those moms out there. Something that'll last forever, not like a dozen roses that are going to die on you. Speaking of roses, Steven also has his famous dipped in gold roses. This year, the brand new neon green 24-karat gold dipped rose. This is the first in a series of neon roses, and you can check it out and see what it looks like by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. The new color, the perfect shade for spring. So don't show up with those grocery store roses again this year. Do something nice. I'm telling you, a bracelet, because like I said earlier, it's the time of the season where the clothing's becoming semi-optional. Short sleeves. Oh, look, I can see her wrist. Maybe a nice bracelet on that wrist or some cool earrings or a necklace. Check them all out at IHateStevenSinger.com. By the way, free shipping. And if you get your order in before 2 o'clock Eastern time today, it's out the door today and on the way. There's also, of course, going to be a free, beautiful gift box and a personalized card. IHateStevenSinger.com. That's where you'll find it. Coming up, we have comedian Reno Collier, and we also have news from the world of river rafting and news from NASA and news about sex toys. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email.
I'm gonna play a new song for y'all. See if you like it.
All right.
And be sure and Bob go, ha, 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 like you do.
I can do that. I was just getting ready to do that after I saw your picture.
That looks pretty accurate.
Yeah,
Have you ever had one of those days when nothing goes right? Your wife starts bitching about whatever it was she was bitching about last night. So you escape into the bathroom just to sit there on your throne. But after you finish your business, the toilet paper's gone. Well, it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day. So you better get off of my back. You might get cold cocked if you cross my path. 'Cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. Yeah. Of all the radio shows I've ever done, I've never done one where they could sing a song they've never heard.
Isn't that amazing? I was just saying the same thing. How do we know the words to a new song?
Y'all must be working for Dionne Warwick and the Psychic Friends. Well, I was running late for work, so I poured me some coffee to go. And just before I had a flat tire, I spilled it all over my clothes. When the highway patrolman pulled up, I thought that help was on the way. But when he saw that tire tool in my hand, he shot me with pepper spray. Laugh. Well, it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day. So you better get off of my back. You might get cold cocked if you cross my path. 'Cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. All right. This last verse is for everybody that don't like their boss at work. When I finally made it to work, I was 15 minutes late. I told my boss about the flat tire, but he fired me anyway. So here I am in the parking lot, just waiting by his Corvette. I'm gonna give him a goodbye present that he never will forget. Laugh and sing. It's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day. So you better get off my back. You might get cold cocked if you cross my path. 'Cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Paul Thorne.
For all of their regular and postseason games. Most analysts agree that their marvelous no-name defense was the key to their brilliant performance. But perhaps no other defense in the NFL compares to the one seen in 1994 when O.J. Simpson faced double homicide charges in an L.A. courtroom. We salute you, Orenthal James Simpson, NFL Hall of Famer, accused murderer, and free American citizen.
This has been Bob and Tom Super Bowl Trivia.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Here's one of the fattest things I've ever done.
I ate a pie in a car.
By myself. The apple pie that we had, it was so thick and beautiful. I just ate it like a piece of pizza.
Wait a minute. So you ate a pie by cutting it into triangular pieces and eating it one by one?
Like
what a weirdo!
Like a pizza. No, like without a fork is what I meant. You pick it up and you eat it like a piece of pizza. You dick.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Mark Eubanks. Did you go to college down in...
I went to college in University of West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
I was a mountaineer.
Really?
How about them ears?
Well, why would someone from Florida go to college in West Virginia?
Because you didn't have to be real smart to get into school there. Basically, showing up got you that piece of paper.
Valedictorian was a 2.0.
On the breathalyzer.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there? And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Mark Eubanks. Did you go to college down in...
I went to college in University of West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
I was a mountaineer.
Well, why would someone from Florida go to college in West Virginia?
Because you didn't have to be real smart to get into school there. Basically, showing up got you that piece of paper.
Valedictorian was a 2.0.
On the breathalyzer.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a...
Coming up.
Nice. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
I need a song out of you.
You're going to get one.
Add up, baby. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
He's at the Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold in Los Angeles.
Hollywood Willie.
Shopping a pilot. I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Now, Pat, we had an interesting news story earlier this morning about some guy who went on the internet and he was looking, I guess, for some kinky action.
Kinky action.
He ended up being tied to a deer stand.
That's kinky already.
With like over his face pantyhose, and then the woman that did it, well, once again, he met her on the internet, and she ditched him.
Yeah, I took a phone call and left.
So I don't know, but this poor guy, that he was screaming, and finally someone heard him, and he was they cut him away from the tree, but the guy was stuck there. Now, you were telling me during the break you have a tribute to this sort of thing?
I have a song where handcuffs are involved.
Really?
Okay.
So I hope you enjoy it.
Tenuous.
I snuck in your back door at 47 Sycamore and waited in your bed. I took off all my clothes, and in my teeth I clenched a rose. I did exactly what you said. Tied a ribbon round my stuff, gonna lock my hands in cuffs. This was your date night fantasy. Bought a bottle of champagne, put on some Marvin Gaye, and waited patiently. Oops, wrong house. The owner is a biker dude, doesn't mind that I am nude and handcuffed to his bed. Oops, wrong house. Guess that I'll be staying here, trussed up in this guy's brassiere at 69 Sycamore. 47's the block before. My will is weak, my wrists are sore. Damn you, dim-lit Sycamore.
Very nice.
Oh, boy.
Oops, wrong house.
These days, that can result in an unpleasant shooting.
No kidding.
Wow. Sorry. We have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. Coming up, comedian Reno Collier. What have you got, Christy?
Thailand's conservative Democratic Party trying to woo voters with the promise of legalized sex toys.
Woo-woo!
Rachda Fanadirek, executive member.
I'm sorry, what?
Nailed it.
Fanadirek.
Oh, that's not what you said.
Fonda Dick.
Yes, it is.
What is it again?
Fanadirek.
Fonda to what?
Are you a fan of the...
Well, there's a lot
If you want me to say-
lot of folks that are fond of the...
Executive member of the Democratic Party said the party wants to decriminalize sex toys and promote the sex toy industry for the safety of users. She told CNN, looking at the medical angle, doctors are even recommending sex toys instead of buying a sex service or cheating on your partner. The party is proposing that sex toys become a specially controlled product under governmental regulations and with age limitations. In Thailand, sex toys are considered obscene, and those who make, publicly distribute or sell sex toys can face a prison sentence as well as a fine.
Boy, these sex toys are obscene. I mean, who's going to go to the ladyboy gangbangs if we let them use these things at home?
I'm sorry, it's the ladyboy gangbang?
It's Thailand, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, they've got neon billboards, ping pong shooting show, but they've got a problem with vibrators. Okay, that is What is it? What is the movie where they go to Thailand? The Hangover. Oh, The Hangover.
Well, Thailand has them now.
Oh, is that part 2?
Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, yeah. You'd think that they
barely watchable, isn't it?
Yes.
Wasn't necessary.
Wasn't. Didn't they do a 3 as well?
The only person I know that has seen The Hangover Part 3 is Chick McGee.
Are you serious?
Oh, it's exquisite.
The first one's very funny.
Yeah. They should have stopped
Now,
there.
see, the first one's okay.
Oh, come on. What he says, what is it? When he shoots him with the...
in the face with the taser?
The taser.
In the face. Yeah, they wrote that. Yeah.
And then the naked guy in the trunk.
Yeah.
Dr. Ken?
It's Dr. Ken, yeah.
Ken Young.
Jong.
And that was his idea, by the way.
Ching Chang, Walla Walla.
When they were
What,
filming,
to be naked?
Yeah, when they were filming that, he went up to the director and said, I think it'd be funnier if they pulled me out of the trunk naked. And they talked about it and said, yeah, then he had to immediately sign this very lengthy document.
I heard he had to be naked because he was late to work that day and he didn't have time to get dressed.
Boy, that is late, huh?
Yeah, we talked to him about it. It was at a very odd time in his life. He was going through some...
He loves us, by the way.
He's one of the nicer people.
Oh, he's great.
He listens to us all the time.
He's great. What else have you got,
Am I in a
Christy?
vacuum? Okay, never mind.
Let's change subjects here. River rafters are enjoying an epic season following the California snow melt.
Epic.
A series of powerful storms dumped records amount of rain and snow across the state this winter. Now, as the historic snowpack starts to melt, the spring runoff is fueling conditions for some of the best white water in years on the American River and its forks.
Cool.
While previous seasons ended early due to record droughts, rafting companies are planning to operate 7 days a week and well into the fall this year.
That's so cool.
It's a very good story.
I saw they're going to be shooting some of it for a documentary called Rescuing White People.
There's a reason it's called whitewater rafting.
A lot of dudes with dreadlocks and patchouli, white guys.
Man, I have always been like, I hold my breath when you watch those videos of guys in kayaks or whatever, and they flip over and then they flip themselves back. I'm like, how do you know you're not going to just crash your skull against a stone?
Right?
Took lessons and I did that.
No kidding.
It's like 15 years ago, but yeah.
You flipped a kayak over and popped back
They
up?
taught you how to do it, or you couldn't get in the kayak.
Was it exhilarating?
If you mean scared so much I was crying. Yes. Absolutely.
Man. Now, is this going to affect the lazy river at the amusement park?
Yeah, is that affected at all?
Yeah. What kind of news story would not have an effect on...
I flipped over the lazy river.
It seems like a loose end.
The urine stream.
Yeah, I was just saying, those kids never get out of the lazy river.
Don't ruin that for me.
I saw Chick McGee in one of those for 4 hours straight.
I love
with
Christy
drinks.
And
I love the lazy
Christy
river.
and some guy she was seeing at the time.
Yeah.
We spent like a whole afternoon in the lazy river.
In Vegas, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Pissing it up.
Yeah.
Who cares? I don't care.
I laid there and up in the air my piss went.
They call me the Bellagio.
Hey, you seen
lifeguard going, far she blows.
I had to push my raft away so I wouldn't get the,
You seen Ocean's 13? Woo!
Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Reno Collier. We also have booze, news, champagne, and wine all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
This This is Todd Berry.
Okay.
Once again, Todd has just established that he's not into astrology, but he's very proud.
And then I'm going to read an offbeat news item.
I can back that up. My numerologist told me that astrology is a bunch of crap.
How many times did she tell you?
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. 4. Go ahead.
This is a woman fried 8 goldfish amid fight with ex. This is in Pasadena, Texas. Authorities say a Houston area woman who was burned up at her former common-law husband fried their pet goldfish and ate some of them.
In front of
what?
Pasadena police say it's a civil matter and no charges will be filed. The 7 goldfish were purchased together by the couple during happier times.
Now, this sounds like it's from The Onion.
I know.
It does.
Remember when we bought the goldfish? How much in love we were.
Police spokesman Vance Mitchell says the man reported on Saturday that the woman took the goldfish from his apartment. Mitchell says the two argued earlier about some jewelry the man had given her but took back. She wanted the jewelry returned. So the natural go-to response is to eat goldfish.
Right. Of course.
Officers who were dispatched to the woman's home arrived to find 4 fried goldfish on a plate. The woman said she already ate the other 3.
Show him.
I mean, you do eat other kind of fish. So
I guess, but jeez.
Stay away from her.
Wow. That's a kind of basic instinct. What was
7
that?
goldfish.
Oh, the bunny
Fatal
rabbit.
Attraction.
Fatal Attraction.
Bunny.
Glad they didn't buy a dog.
They bought the goldfish
together
During happier times.
Oh, yes.
7 goldfish.
When did they buy the deep fryer?
Next summer at the State Fair.
And everything that makes it so great is all the traditions and all the things that go on. 1963, Tony Holman's out at Indianapolis Raceway Park, another track on the west side of Indianapolis. He sees this Scottish band, a bagpipe band with drums, walking around the grounds. He said, people are loving this. And he's thinking, I got all these guys from Europe and Great Britain and Scotland. How do I make them feel at home? So he invited this doctor who was heading up this bagpipes band. Why don't you come to the track? And so in 1963, 60 years ago, the Gordon Pipers performed at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the very first time, and they have every year since. And 4 Gordon Pipers always welcome the winner back into Victory Lane. And it's a tradition because that's congratulating the winners on keeping all 4 wheels on it for 500 miles.
Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Time now for great moments in NFL history.
The year was 1926. All-star fullback Ernie Nevers of Stamford. Nevers played in all but 29 minutes of the games. 3 years later, in 1929, Nevers scored all of the points for his team. This single game, 40 points scored by a single player, is still a record that stands today as the NFL's oldest. Nevers also holds a few lesser-known and unofficial records.
Oh, really?
Such as highest number of STDs treated in a single season. And the longest winning streak with road horse.
This has been great moments in NFL history.
Wow.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
I can't think about the big picture. It's just hard, don't you think, to be human right now? I mean, we got stresses and pressures. I've got suicide bombers and gingivitis. Something's gonna
Something's gonna get me.
It is. What do you? I mean, I do the best I can. I floss twice a day and spy on my neighbor because that's what they said. That's what they said.
To do that.
Keep your eyes open. Let us know if you see something fishy.
That's
what
right.
they said. And I don't know. You think that's going to work? There was a lady in Florida that gave birth and didn't know she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want that lady watching your back? Really?
You want that lady voting?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure she's a nice lady, but something tells me things get by her. That's all I'm saying. I mean, how do you?
Yeah.
I have a baby.
I thought I had indigestion.
A little backfire from a burrito the other day. No, it's a baby.
Yeah.
Here, can I help you through the X-ray machine, Mr. Otta?
Yeah.
Yes. We have also Matt Fulcher on here.
Yeah.
And Matt, what do you do for fun? What do you
skateboard?
I like to go in a liquor store, which sounds fun, right?
Mhm.
And I get like a miniature vodka like this big. And when I'm handing the guy the money, I'll be like, "Yo, I'm getting messed up tonight. He's got paid about this bitch." Something fun to do if you want to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I haven't done that, but I'm doing
going
it
to.
tonight.
Oh yeah.
Damn,
Do it tonight.
I'm doing it.
It's Friday, man.
That's right.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick, how the heck are you?
I'm okay. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
The most pretentious thing ever, I think, or at least.
What?
Well, I moved to a new house.
Yes, I'm glad you're in there.
I've never had a swimming pool before.
Oh, this is exciting.
And,
Pool party.
You're going to have friends you never even
when are we
met.
coming over?
So I've never had a swimming pool, and the thing they just got it up and running, I guess, and I had the guy kind of show me some of the stuff. And I don't have all the tools.
He's going to flood the neighborhood.
Oh my gosh.
Heated, I bet. I don't have the tool. Ace, I don't know anything about
If
this.
you're going to have a pool, you got to have it heated. Don't go half-assed.
So the point is, there was a pretty bad storm where I live, and Saturday, and I go out there, and the little girls want to go for a dip, and so I'm trying to get the thing organized, and there's a frog in the pool.
Oh yeah,
pretty big one. So
I hope you killed it.
So the girls don't want to get in the pool until I get the frog out of there.
Well, I don't blame them.
Oh, they didn't like the frog?
So I don't have that dipper gizmo with the net on it yet.
Sure, the skimmer. Yeah,
whatever you call it.
Nice pool
No,
skimmer.
it's Dipper Gizmo. Leave him alone.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I'm thinking, how am I going to get this frog out of here?
Yeah.
And
so you put a snake in the pool.
He's a colander.
Well, a colander.
A colander.
The thing is swimming around in the. So I end up. This is where this gets a little bit pretentious. I end up using a lacrosse stick.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And the thing kept squeezing through, but eventually we got that little critter out of there.
All right.
Now I don't know how he's going to do.
Why didn't you just pick him up with your hands and put him in the woods?
Well, it's hard to. It was probably hard to get it.
Oh.
One word answer: warts. Okay.
Don't get warts.
Of course.
He was swimming around in the deep water and then coming up for air. It was pretty tricky. So I've got to get the gizmo skimmer thing you call it.
Yeah. Pool
Did
skimmer.
he look faded out because of all the chlorine?
I don't think there's chlorine in that water.
They don't do that anymore.
Is it salt or something?
I don't know what. I have no idea.
If I'm ever blessed to have a pool, I'm not getting one until I can also afford a pool guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do anything with it.
I've never had a pool.
Come on over here and open it.
The lifeguard get it.
Come on over here.
You know who the lifeguard was all day? Me.
Did you get in?
No, I was lifeguarding.
Okay, but you didn't even dip your toes in.
Please tell me you have a whistle and some tight.
No, but I don't have any.
red
I don't have any outdoor furniture.
Oh,
so
But you have your guard tower, right?
So I sitting in a folding chair.
You need some outdoor furniture? I hope you have a co-signer. I had no idea until I became a grown-up that outdoor furniture costs as much as a car.
Hang on. I'll take this. Well, you want nice outdoor furniture or not?
I just didn't know.
Why don't you go over to a drugstore and get you some mesh?
My indoor
lawn chairs?
furniture doesn't cost as much as outdoor furniture.
I have no idea. I have no doubt.
Well, I was sitting in a $20 folding chair from Menards. We're very comfortable.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah,
but yeah, it was doing a little life.
Do you have a nice cover that you push a button and it goes?
Got the cover.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah,
that is nice.
Takes a code. I got to find out what that is.
All right.
Why does everything have to have a password anymore?
You know, there's nothing that's going to go well with this.
Did I see the new Google's moving away from passwords?
Yeah, I had that
what they
story.
said. Yeah, I don't know why or how, but I'm all for it.
That's interesting. Well, I think I'm part of their
A face thing or something.
Quadruple verification process where every time I sign into something, it takes
Well, my favorite part is every time you sign into another screen, if you will, you have to come up with a different Google password. I hate it. Care for that.
Google has taken a big step toward making the password an afterthought by adding pass keys as a more straightforward, secure way to log into its services. Setting up pass keys isn't quite as simple as it could be, but it's not too bad.
What's the difference?
And living without passwords might be worth the trouble.
Right.
I'm not exactly sure the difference, but once I guess you get the pass key, you don't need to use a password.
I'm tired of these websites also judging my password choice.
Yeah.
It's not
Leave me alone.
weak. No, screw you.
Well, I think a lot of people use 69 Mom, Josh.
You know what?
Maybe it's time for you.
Weak.
I came here in a BMW. I'm not weak. You're weak.
I hate it when you subscribe to a newspaper or magazine and then, like, every 3 days you have to re-log in. What's that all about? Can't come on, I got
Chick, do you have that problem with your newspaper magazine logins?
I'm going to tell. I told you this off the air, and I'm going to put it on the air. I got a different car recently, and I don't have a key anymore. It's all on my phone now, and you got to go sit in the car with your keys and turn everything on, and then push a button, and the thing tells you, well, now your phone is synced to this car, and it's the weirdest thing.
Is there a backup?
No,
You have a key.
If you valet park,
I have a
what
key.
do you do?
I have a key in the console. But the weirdest thing is leaving the house without your car keys.
That is weird.
You'll never get used to that, because I almost didn't.
Well, now the new lock system in this building is all phone-based.
Yeah.
I remember I found out that when
I'm with him.
when I was in here by myself and I left my phone in here and heard the door slam. And someone goes, "Why didn't you call Eddie?" Because my phone was in the
Well, you should have called Eddie, dummy.
Well, that's why we have a brick outside.
I'm sorry. It's time to check in with Christy Lee. What have you got over there?
NASA scientists have concluded that 4 of Uranus's largest moons likely
Urani.
contain.
I believe it's pronounced your butthole.
Some will say,
I'm sorry.
Some will say booty.
Thank you. Welcome to 6th grade.
Largest moons likely contain an ocean layer of water between their cores and icy crusts.
No, they don't.
The NASA studies, the first to detail the evolution of the interior makeup and structure of all 5 large moons: Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, Oberon, and Miranda.
It's Titania. It's not Titania.
Titania.
I believe it's Titiania.
Titania.
Or Tittyville. Either one.
So they're saying there's water in Uranus? Do we call that diarrhea?
My gosh.
In the bidet system.
Don't you think there's a bunch of guys at NASA going, okay, here's what we're going to try to sell them this week.
Yeah. We can get fresh water if we go up to Uranus. Or we could use Lake Superior.
What is this? Uranus water? Oh!
That'd be a great...
Is this water from Uranus? No, the tap.
Has anyone ever tried going the sort of sarcasm route for a bottled water?
Oh.
They're all, spring from the harbor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't there...
like muddy water or toilet water?
No, there's one that they sell at a concert venue around
Liquid
here.
Death?
Liquid Death?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's water.
Yeah, it's water.
Yeah.
I love Liquid Death.
water.
Badass water.
It's water.
I know, but it tastes real good on those cans.
No,
and
it
stuff.
doesn't.
I like it.
It's water. It tastes like water.
Very fresh. Stop barking.
Something subtle.
Oh, my God!
Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Watching the Derby this weekend. What? Back her up.
He watched the Derby this weekend.
Okay.
What did the horse say when it fell?
What?
I've fallen and I can't giddy up.
You don't get a lot of life alert references.
That was good, Ace. Thank you very much.
I've fallen.
Okay. Now, coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Reno Collier. I want to urge you to grab the Bob and Tom app. It's free.
Boner.
And it's easy to get a hold of us. And you can also email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. We would love to hear from you. Do you ever think you're going to flunk that "Are you a robot" test when you're online?
Yes.
You know what I get most often? It's just a box and it says I'm not a robot, and I check that and I don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
I like
a lot
that.
of them.
I like that.
No, I usually get the one where you've got to. Which of these has click with all the ones with staircases?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm kind of figuring out. Wait a minute, is that thing over in the corner there? Is that a staircase?
Does the stoplight? Does the pole count as part of the stoplight?
Yeah.
Wouldn't there be a way to make those a lot more fun?
Like?
Click on every nipple, that kind of thing.
I was just going to say, spot the nipple.
I was going to go a different route, but
okay.
There you go.
Where are you going to go?
I'd like to know where you were going to go. Nipple was perfect.
Yeah, let's just stick with nipple.
Okay.
And I know you, if you have Raycons, you're going to stick with your Raycons.
Yes.
And if you don't have Raycons, my only question for you is what the hell's wrong with you? Here's Raycon Love.
No reason to be so aggressive.
This is from Alex. I've been using Raycons for many, many years. And for my birthday, my fiance got me a new Raycon set using the Bob and Tom at buyraycon.com/Tom today for the deal. They sound great. Use them every day. Even though you've talked about how fast they connect, I didn't know how fast. Took the Raycons out for the first time, put them in my ear to connect to my phone. Almost as soon as I put them in my ear, I immediately hear, connected. Scared the piss out of me, but awesome. The way they sync right up.
I want to be connected.
Device. And with Raycon, because of their price, you can get a pair and a spare and still pay less than you would some of those other big name, hoity-toity, snooty tech brands out there. Raycon knows that in this economy, every purchase has to be perfect. Raycon also has buy now, pay later options. They have an easy and free return guarantee. They offer free domestic shipping and flat fee international shipping. And Raycon has over 50,000 five-star reviews. And how about 8 hours of playback time for your Raycons and clear call quality and water and sweat resistant. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off your already low price with Raycons. That's buyraycon.com/Tom today. 15% off your Raycon purchase. One more time, that's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you, Chick McGee. Thank you, Raycon. I got another love letter this morning about the Raycon earbuds. Yeah. They're the best. Once again, twice as good and half as much. What's going on here? Check out the Raycon earbuds, buyraycon.com/Tom. Coming up, Reno Collier. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to...
Let's get back to the chinchilla. We sent members of our staff plus Donnie Baker to your garage.
She is
my mistake.
So traumatized right now. She has not come out of her little house in
No doubt.
the whole
The
day.
chinchilla?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's because she met Donnie Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's true. Her ears are as big as Frisbees.
They are very big.
I know.
I can't get over how
They're
horribly...
native of South America, and they use those to, and they're nocturnal, so they
Must be a lot of listening going on.
They do
in
a lot
South
of
America.
listening at night.
The size of those
because
ears.
you can't see very well.
And they respond, of course, with their brain by going, duh. Duh, I'm a chinchilla.
Oh, wow, it's that great big thing right there.
That looks like a really nice fur coat that lady's got on. I wonder what that's made of. Duh. Well, I'm gonna rest for a while so I can poop again. Duh.
I can tell you.
I'm not like a dog. I can't play frisbee or catch. I just sit here going, duh. I'm kind of like something in a frame, like a picture, except I just go, duh, and then I poop.
Except you have to feed me and I poop.
I'm like a picture you have to feed. Duh.
I can tell you what, they don't come when you call them. That's for damn sure.
I will. I'll come if you call me.
I did a show at this dance club. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me. I don't like to dance. The lady running the show, she was like, why don't you shake what your mama gave you? I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to shake scoliosis and a low self-esteem, but there were black lights everywhere in that venue, on stage and backstage where I'm standing. And I was just doing the normal pre-show check, and I had a stain on my pants right here. I know, I felt the same way. What had happened was, you know when you put your pants in the washer and you dump the soap in, it all landed right here, and that shows up under a black light. I didn't know that, and neither did anybody else. Because I was on stage and everybody was like, oh man, that is a lot. It was a capful, it was a lot. That's 2 loads, so. If you think that's a dirty joke, it's because you're a dirty person. It's a laundry joke, it's a clean joke, so.
Tom comedy tapes and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're not helping the show where you're going. We don't want to go. You think that you're a cut-up. We wish that you would shut up, because you're not helping the show. You're not helping the show where you're going. We don't want to go. Your moment of enjoyment will lead to unemployment, because you're not helping the show. Don't you see, Chick McGee? Your career needs a plan B. You're not helping the show where you're going. We don't want to go. Bob and Tom are seething. It's time that you are leaving, because you're not helping the show. No, you're not helping the show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Mike Birbiglia is our guest. Are you dating anyone? Do you have a...
I realize what I need to find is a woman who loves me for my money, but doesn't understand math. I know this girl, and she wasn't too bright. She wasn't like book smart. She was like magazine smart or butter label smart. I went out with this girl middle of the date. I swear to God. And she goes, you know what turns me on? I go, what? And she said, black guys. Which I really found discouraging, because I've been mistaken for a lot of things in my life, but I've never had anyone be like, you're black, right? No, I'm Olive Garden Italian.
Can I tell you something? Hey. My mother used to chew her toenails
No way.
in front of me.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Clothed or not?
Clothed.
Oh, thank God. that is a visual.
Poor Bob has lost it over there.
Or a little best of right here. Right here.
That would be,
Totally naked.
I
How did you even think of that?
You would get,
See anything you like, boy?
I
remember that.
Free psychiatry for life. Free Prozac, whatever you
There's a government
want.
program for that.
We are going to fix you.
How about it, boy? See anything you like?
You can imagine the twisting that would be
There's a
involved.
lot of people who can't even do that.
Okay.
She was very limber.
Show's over.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 20.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's
Excuse me, I'm
Godwin
so sorry.
in the
Really?
performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. Hello, Tom.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Just got a life-saving letter here. I've got a
great.
pool. You can buy small floatable ramps. This allows small critters like frogs to exit your pool without assistance from you.
No.
And allows them to get in whenever they want.
No.
How do they know to go to the ramp?
How about a mechanized,
That's not a good look.
I had a dream. I had about a year ago to put a pool in the compound. I don't know why it stopped, but you need a mechanized pool cover. That's what you need.
I need one of those big nets on a big long pole.
Get your key.
A skimmer, yeah. You'll
Okay,
enjoy
I'll
having
get one of those. Let's see now. I'm looking at the big screen TV, and there's there he is. It's Reno Collier.
Hey, you got a plan on
Good morning.
Hey, Reno, how are you, sir?
I'm hanging in there, man. My daughter went to see Taylor Swift last night, and it started like 4.5 hours late.
Yeah.
And so if her teachers are listening, she's got a cold.
Yeah, sure.
I bet half the school has a cold today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Taylor played, 3 nights in a row at the stadium in Nashville?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, she sold like 240,000 tickets in 3 days.
That's like half the population in Nashville. What the hell?
I know.
Did you go?
No, God, no. But I had to. Yeah, I mean, I didn't go. No,
I will
just had to
never
stay
listen
up.
to Reno again. He hates Taylor Swift.
Dude, those fans are savages. They can shut you down. I mean, I had to keep up with Twitter to see if this thing was ever going to start last night. And her fans are. I mean, for a little skinny girl playing the guitar, her fans are savages.
Are they called Swifties?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Are they?
Swifties. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, the show's
But
amazing.
she had a blast. That's what she said. She said it was worth every
How old
second
is she, Reno?
My daughter?
Yeah.
17.
Okay, so she grew up with Taylor Swift.
Who did she go with?
Her friends.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, it was supposed to start at 6:30. I didn't know she'd be out till 2. I mean, now she's acting like I did when I was that age. I'm like, come on.
Well, I think she has a couple of opening acts, and
You're not aware of your daughter's 27-year-old boyfriend named Enrico? You're not aware of him?
Whoa.
I'm not, but I've got a closet full of guns.
I've heard Enrico is not afraid.
now we're speaking with comedian Reno Collier, and it's always a great pleasure to talk to you, Reno. I know you've got some cool gigs coming up. As always, you'll be at the Comedy Club in Kansas City, Missouri, starting this Thursday. And then you've got Fort Wayne, Indiana's Summit City Comedy Club Thursday, May 18th. And then you're at the Funny Bone in Dayton, Ohio, starting Friday, May 19th.
Oh.
So you can see Reno live and in person.
In Kansas City, you can go to Arthur Bryant's, maybe a museum.
Oh, I'm not, maybe not the museum unless there's an Arthur Bryant museum.
Yeah,
yes,
that would be awesome, yeah.
Would it be some? I load up. People give me sauce orders before I go there. Yeah. And by the way, I think Willie's with me there, and then Oscar's with me the next weekend too. So it's gonna be fun. Not in Kansas City, in Toledo and Dayton, but Kansas City, dude. I'm all about. I don't remember museums or statues when I go to towns, but I do remember the food.
Sure,
you know.
So this is a good barbecue
Kansas
place?
City's one of the best. Oh, dude, killer.
Yeah, a lot of places.
Good, fantastic.
All right. Well, it sounds very good. Now, your job on this show, if you will, is to weigh in with your particular perspective, and like many shows used to do, the thoughts and positions taken by Reno Collier are strictly those of Reno Collier, and they have not been approved by his wife or any of us.
That's so true.
It's called the Country Fried Take. What have you got?
Yes, sir. So, all right, boys. Imagine what it would be like to have an actual human being growing inside you. A person that lives in your gut. Now, a lot of us eat for two anyway, but with someone in your gut, you get swollen ankles, you gain weight, your skin stretches, you're exhausted, you sweat when you eat, you still have to work and handle everybody else's crap. Your boobs get huge, which is actually kind of cool. But all of these things that happen to a woman being pregnant, the only positive thing I can think of is technically you get to use the HOV lane. But, you know, you walk around, people in Walmart touch your stomach and based on how it feels, tell you when the baby will be born like you're a cantaloupe. And you're just waiting for this thing to grow big enough to burst through. And then it's like pulling an entire ham through a hole the size of a walnut. Thank you, Christy. When it comes, you're laid out on the table with your stuff all out in the open. Your husband's acting like a little league coach, yelling at his pitcher, "You got this. Just bear down on it. Get this one out, and we can all go home." and while you're contemplating divorce, the ham's coming out, putting you in a state of pain that's unlike any other in the world. And all of this is just the warm-ups before the kickoff of this kid's life. And there begins the amazing bond between mother and child. And there has to be. To deal with someone who screams, vomits, keeps you up all night, speaks in incoherent babble, it's like being back on the tour bus with Ron White. And on top of all this, the woman's body changes from carrying the kid, breastfeeding, hormones, skin moving around, and the list goes on. And just so you know, ladies, to real men, these changes in your body show a lot of character and are very attractive. They say that you love something more than yourself and you're willing to put yourself through hell to bring joy into this world. And a lot of us find that extremely attractive. And if your man says anything to you about it, just know that at around 40, his boobs will start to sag a little and he'll get stretch marks on his gut. Have the guy get naked and jump up and down in front of a mirror. Of course, he'll think he looks good, but your laughter will remind him. Oftentimes, we make fun of stuff that we don't like about ourselves, like our starting to drop man boobs. And you don't have to have birthed the baby to be their mom. I heard a woman who adopted a child tell the kid, "Most people don't know what they're getting when their kid comes out, but I chose you." Sometimes it's a grandma, an aunt. It doesn't matter. The thing that matters is that it's a woman. Women are the only creature that has the physical, mental, emotional, and loving spirit to mother a child. Now, I was extremely blessed to have a mother that showed me unwavering love, support, forgiveness, patience, and understanding. And I know how lucky I am to still have her. And I know many don't. So what if on this Mother's Day, we show love to all the women who love and take care of children every day? And if your mom isn't here, maybe honor her by helping or loving a mom that might be struggling. I don't know. But one group we can never afford to not lift up is our moms. So I'd like to wish my mom, my stepmom, my grandma in heaven, my wife, and my ex-wife for giving me the two greatest gifts I could have ever asked for. I hope all you beautiful women have a blessed Mother's Day and get the love that you deserve. Oh. I'm Reno Collier, and that's my country fried take.
Very nice.
It's beautiful.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
And for those of you that have attended a birth, remember, guys, you have one job. Get the ice.
Ice chips.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Well, I guess I'll go get the ice chips, and then I'll come back.
What does that do? Like keep you from being nervous? You can chew on ice?
Yeah, I would.
I'll remember that.
Yeah, a rapid.
Well, now I bet
cold
it's really
cloth.
easy. You can just sit there and watch your phone while stuff's going on.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
When I was coming out, I was born in California. There was actually a huge earthquake. And I was born like right after it. And when my mom was giving birth, my dad was holding her hand and he goes, "I know just how you feel." And my mom lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Good stuff.
Thanks, Reno. Once again, Reno Collier on the road. A bunch of cool spots coming up for Reno, including Kansas City, Fort Wayne, and Dayton. And let's see. I'm trying to figure out who's going to be where with which one of these, but we'll figure it out by next week. How about that, Reno?
Yeah, can't wait, man.
Okay.
Miss you guys. Hope everybody's doing well.
We're
Good
doing
talking to you. Have a great Mother's Day.
Yes.
Yeah, to all the ladies, happy Mother's Day. Have a great week, everybody.
Thank you, Reno. Bye.
Let's see. I look around the room. Let's see. Ace is not a mom. I am not a mother.
I'm a mom.
There's a mom. It's Christy Lee at the news desk.
My Mother's Day gift is my little daughter's graduating college.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did she?
Sophie.
She angled that in for a gift, huh?
Well, I don't think she had any choice over when the university chose to do graduation.
Well, how is that a gift for you? Why not a new car for mom or something, or redo her kitchen, or
What?
Yeah, that's a gift.
No. Hey, the BBC reports that a tourist who thought he had bad-smelling feet discovered the unusual odor in his hotel room was a dead body.
What?
How many times?
If your feet smell that bad, the man noticed a strong smell when he checked into his hotel in Lhasa, Tibet earlier this month.
That means Lhasa, Tibet.
Lhasa.
Like the dog.
Yeah, like a Lhasa Apso. He thought the smell might be coming from the bakery downstairs.
I believe it's Lassie is the dog.
Or the room's heating system, or perhaps his own feet. He moved to a different room after the smell became overwhelming.
There's nothing that smells like decaying flesh.
A body was later discovered under the bed of the room he had vacated, and police have now arrested a person in connection with the incident.
Good
Yikes.
Lord. Man.
Fortunately, I've never smelled that, Chick.
Yeah, nor have I, but I can only imagine.
Now I'm going to have to look under the bed every time I check into a hotel room.
Now, Dave.
Well,
now,
does that mean they didn't change the sheets?
Not necessarily. If something's under the bed, you can still change the sheets.
Yeah. Some of them now are on a platform. Have you noticed that? So you can't put anything under the bed?
Oh, yeah.
Like dirty magazines or something?
Yeah. Or a body.
Because I used to always look for the boogeyman, of course.
Sure.
Did you wear socks when you went to bed when you were a little boy?
No.
Because if the boogeyman grabbed you, you only get a sock?
No. I only do that aquatically. Well, speaking of smells.
Yes. How about this?
Bob and Tom Television presents the most exciting, action-packed reality show ever. Actual people riding in actual elevators. It's Elevator Talk.
Hey there, buddy. Hold the door. Hit the button. That's my floor. Don't take the stairs. You don't have to walk. It's time for the show. It's Elevator Talk.
It's Elevator Talk. In this week's episode, two total strangers meet in an elevator.
Hi.
Hi. Could you hit 7, please?
7? Yeah, I got it.
Thanks. That's nice out.
Yeah. Hey, can I smell your panties?
What? God, of course not.
No, it must be your feet.
You don't have to walk. That was the show. Elevator Talk.
It's Elevator Talk, only on Bob and Tom Television.
See, the feet smelled so bad.
Has anyone really complimented you on your read on that comedy piece?
I have.
It's exquisite.
Yes.
It sounds angry, it's confrontational, it's condescending, all of it in one little phrase.
My favorite characteristics about myself.
Well, it must be your feet.
Let's see now. We have Christy Lee right over there still. She hasn't walked out yet.
Nope. Researchers from Brown University and the University of Toulouse in France.
Oh, the Lautrecs, yeah.
Have discovered why champagne bubbles rise up in a straight line. Boy, this is something I was worried about.
I don't know. Gravity? I don't know. Maybe.
Scientists conducted a series of experiments.
I'd be more concerned if they went sideways.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole thing with air going up in the water?
And they discovered the stable bubble chains in champagne and other sparkling wines occur due to ingredients that act as soap-like compounds called surferants.
Is that right?
These molecules help reduce the tension between the liquid and the gas bubbles, making for a smooth rise to the top. And I'm sure you would love to learn more. You can find this article in the Physical Review Fluids.
Yes.
The Physical Review Fluids.
Yes.
I love that.
Wow. I like their annual semen edition. That's always got the best cover on it. What?
Yeah, that was the name of the
Don't
publication.
doesn't
It's gravity.
Soda.
don't they all just go up?
Straight up.
I thought.
Beer?
When you're underwater,
Yeah, the bubbles don't zigzag, do they?
No. Okay. Why is that even I don't get it.
I don't know.
All right. Okay. Was that in the annual paint dry annual edition?
Now, here's how to fill out the grant forms.
Wow.
Yeah.
A convent of nuns in the Netherlands looking to sell its surplus of wine.
A what? A convent. Okay.
Convent, yeah. Sister Maria Magdalena.
Oh, she's hot.
She played the organ. Played it just for you.
Oh, I love that.
I love that song.
Magdalena.
She is at St. Catharina Naldal in Oosterhout.
Oh, that's in relation to Arlene Dahl?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
We had a lovely summer last year, warm temperatures, and it promises to be an excellent harvest.
And our
More
OnlyFans
than
is doing quite well.
60,000 bottles. With the help of local farmers, the nuns are now offering extra bottles for sale online or for pickup.
Yes, it's dirtynuns.com.
The two wines to choose from are a white wine, a blend of Orexus Pinot Blanc and Pinot Gris. I don't know. And a rosé, a Pinot Noir and Gamay
Orexus,
wine.
Texas.
Gamay fought King Kong in Godzilla.
That's right. Yeah.
Gamay.
Mhm.
Ah.
Pretty sure.
The convent in the southern Netherlands started its vineyard in 2014 to generate income for the maintenance of its building. The sister explained, "We didn't find beer in a convent so appropriate, and wine fits better because it's biblical. It points to Jesus."
Sister Act 3. This time it's all about the booze. Okay.
Is there a Sister Act 2?
Yeah, it's Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit.
Man, you know, I missed all of
Let me tell you
those.
something. If that doesn't tell you all you need to know about that movie.
The first one's a treat.
Really?
Yeah. Kathy Najimy's funny. Everybody, it's very pleasant.
Okay, I just thought of it. Here's the next one.
Okay.
All right.
Instead of the nuns doing wine, obviously the nuns
Marijuana?
start growing pot.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Whoopi. Take a hit. Now, Pat, don't you have a song about a religious order with excessive...
Well, over in France, the monks had a surplus of cheese, and they wanted to sell by year's end.
I remember that. The monks were selling cheese.
Yeah, here we go. There we sit on a bunch of fromage. We have almost 3 tons spooling in the garage.
3 tons?
Hey, we got monk cheese. Creamiest cheese around. But nobody is buying. Back then, COVID shut us down. We are praying
Bob
for
and Tom
sale. Won't you order s'il vous plaît?
I don't know what that was.
We got quite a nut here. With beaucoup bills to pay. Hey, we got monk cheese. Tons and it's starting to stink. Hey, we could have thrown in some homebrew, but during the pandemic we started to drink.
Tribute to the monk cheese. Thank you very much, Pat. Got a weird letter here. Tim Wilson wrote a book about Ted Bundy.
Oh, yes.
And apparently it's becoming a collectible.
Cool.
This guy saw it online for over $92.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've seen it for much more than that, actually, a couple places.
Really? Oh, that's interesting. Now, we have coming up a little bit of a history lesson. Right now, I want to remind you, as Reno just reminded you, Mother's Day coming up Sunday. Mama. So the clock is ticking. You can take care of this right now. Don't be the guy with the, well, I guess this was the last dozen roses they had at the grocery store. How about getting something that'll last forever like jewelry? That's where IHateStevenSinger.com comes in, because that's how you connect with Steven Singer Jewelers. Steven Singer, of course, famous for a lot of things like free shipping, the lifetime guarantee, and the very, very fine thing that he has right now for the holiday. Of course, I'm talking about those roses. They're real roses dipped in gold. Dip. The new series is called the Neon Color Roses. The first one out is this very special green, and you can see one right in front of Josh over there. And this is a rose that's going to last forever. Once again, dipped in 24-karat gold. And if you get the order in before 2 o'clock Eastern time today, it's going to go out the door today. It's in a beautiful shipping box, and with a personalized Mother's Day card. That gift box can look real nice. And by the way, it's not just roses that you can get at Steven Singer Jewelers. You can get bracelets, earrings. You know how that works. Get something great for those many moms in your life by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. Like I said earlier, it's getting warmer. That means the sleeves are rolled up. They can see those bracelets. Oh, that would be a nice gift. IHateStevensinger.com. Tell them that the Bob and Tom Show sent you, if you please. Coming back, history in the making. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today.
Tell the story again, and I always love the story about when you and Cheryl were playing, and the day that you finally, the day that she quit playing one-on-one against you.
You mean when I finally beat her?
Yes.
This is Reggie's sister,
a couple of years ago. She wasn't going to play anymore.
Well, when I sent her shot into my mom's rose garden, we started playing horse.
Right.
But you got to remember, Cheryl was always 2 to 3 inches taller as we were growing up. So I started to catch her in height my freshman and sophomore year of high school. So up until that point, Cheryl dominated me. But she dominated everyone, though. I don't feel so bad.
Didn't she score how many did she score that one night? You scored, what was it?
45.
45. She came in and...
I'm gloating. Because we had played in the away gym. She had played at the home gym. So my dad was with her at their game, and my mom was with me. So we get in the car. Hey, I had my best game ever. 40, 45 points. Strider started. Strider, what did you do tonight? And she looked at my dad and kind of looked down. My dad's like, oh, she had a pretty good game. I was like, oh, yeah, but I bet it wasn't 40, 45. No, she had a really good game. Well, what's really good? She had 105.
By herself?
I'm like, the team scored 105? No, son. Cheryl scored
105 points.
I bet that record still stands.
I believe it does. They beat that team 179 to 12.
God.
The point guard, which is still a record, had 39 assists. I mean, it was like crazy numbers.
When Charles was a young prince, he never thought he'd be king. Finally ruling England at the age of 73. King Chuck. The Queen was his mama. Lucky Chuck. She used the Oxford comma. Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Now that his mama's gone, I hope he doesn't fail. What exactly did he do as the fancy Prince of Wales? King Chuck. His teeth and ears look big and funny. Bucky Chuck. Will they fit on stamps and money? Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. The Queen, she had her corgis. Prince Andrew had his orgies. He's wild, that brother Andy. On Epstein Island, dude got randy. Prince Harry moved from good out to Hollywood. King Chuck. Charles loves the polo ponies and dressing up for ceremonies. He wears a kilt, please don't stare. He's not wearing underwear. Finally gets to rule cause he's got the family jewel. King Chuck. He married Diana, they had a castle and a villa. But all the time he dreamed about the homely one, Camilla. King Chuck. Couldn't wait to get his hands on Horny Chuck. Said he'd like to be her tampon. Born in the royal palace, has the royal phallus. He's so old it won't be long, we'll have to write another song. King Will.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Our guest is comedian Mike Ciccone, and Mike is touring comedian, but you do have a family. You were telling us you take care of your daughter a lot.
Yeah.
She's 4 years old now?
She's 4 years old. I take care of her in the daytime pretty much. As you know, I work evenings, and therefore I'm the Mr. Mom guy. And I'm pretty good at it, except for laundry. I've noticed I still have the bachelor tendency with laundry.
That throw everything in at once.
No, when you're out of clothes, you do laundry.
Okay,
Right, which is fine when you're single. But now that I have the kid, I'm down in the laundry room. I'm in my bathrobe. She's in her Halloween costume. Doesn't really work that way.
Thousands of people in their cars going, I've been there.
Yeah.
Thousands of guys going, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I look like Hugh Hefner with Casper.
With us in the studio, comedian John Garrett. You have a straight job? I mean, like a normal day-to-day thing?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm actually a CPA, believe it or not. Yeah, and
that spells party.
Yeah, it does. Most people think CPAs are hysterical. Yeah. No, of course not. We're dorks, big dorks. But and honestly, on behalf of all accountants out there, I'd like to say that we don't all do taxes. Some of us prefer to embezzle. It's much more lucrative. I read recently Willie Nelson wrote a song called Whatever Happened to Peace on Earth as his little protest to the war in Iraq. And my immediate thought was, why does he care? It's not like it's his tax dollar being put to use. I mean, I think the U.S. government should write a song called Whatever Happened to Willie's 1040. There's a tax joke for the accountants. Woo!
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show.
Good morning.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Hell, there's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold on assignment in Los Angeles. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chickster. Now, it's time to review the importance of the 8th of May.
That sounds especially warbly today, doesn't it? Oh, here we go.
Oh, 2 owls and a crow.
I've been told that it's all owls.
Really?
It's 2 owls.
It keeps changing.
And a crow.
Happy birthday, Harry Truman.
Who's that?
How did you leave us, Harry Truman?
1884. Wow.
Yeah.
Chicago had a song called Harry Truman, right?
Yeah. Without him, we wouldn't have had the TV show MASH.
Why is that?
Why?
Well, he got us into the Korean War.
Oh, I see.
There's that.
I
thought maybe the Chinese got us into the Korean War. But
let's see. On 1911, the great bluesman Robert Johnson,
Bobby J,
sold his...
Sold to the devil on the crossroads, yeah.
Oh.
Clarksdale.
You did that song in your act, right?
Look it up.
No, I do not.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So be sure and request it next time.
Okay. Happy birthday, David Attenborough. He's the documentary guy, right?
He's so good.
Yes,
I don't care for him.
Oh, he's great.
Are you nuts?
Richard Attenborough, he's the one.
Well, Richard Attenborough's a fine director and actor.
He's amazing. David's impossible.
Are they brothers?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday to Don Rickles, sadly no longer with us.
Hockey puck.
One of the best parts of the Toy Story movies. He's great.
He was okay.
Oh, yeah. Those movies are wonders.
Potato Head sounds like Don Rickles.
Okay. And then see if you recognize this song, Christy.
It's number 1 on the hit
Rock and Roll Part 2?
in Thailand.
Yes.
Number 1 in Thailand.
I think it is.
He's still alive, right?
Yeah.
He's in jail still.
No, he's out.
No, he's
Have
not.
you ever heard Rock and Roll Part 1?
No.
I like it.
Kind of, sort of the same thing.
Yeah, but it has lyrics and it does. I like Rock and Roll Part 1.
This is happy birthday, I guess.
You would not have
Gary Glitter.
Sporting events without this song.
Exactly.
Or the Joker dancing on the staircase.
Everybody used it.
He had some issues. I think he was wasn't he in jail in Thailand?
Here's a little bit of rock and roll part 1. Say.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Happy birthday, 1953, Alex Van Halen.
Overrated.
Turning 70.
What's wrong with you?
Liver's as hard as this tabletop.
Wow.
Very nice guy.
Yes, yeah, by all accounts. I didn't get to
drink
meet
a
him.
beer with no hands.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. We were doing a in-store appearance at a music shop, and Alex was our special guest, and it was packed, and they stood us up on a small table, and Alex Van Halen came in. Someone handed him a beer. He put it in a bottle, put it in his mouth, threw his arms out, and threw his head back and drank the whole beer hands-free.
Yeah, he did.
The crowd went crazy.
Of course they did.
Well, it's either drink it or drown.
Yeah, well, that's true. He's got a son, Waylon. Waylon Van Halen? Okay, I made that up.
Waylon Van Halen.
Happy birthday, the great football coach, sports commentator, Bill Cowher.
I don't know him.
He was an okay coach. Not
He's always hiding under tables and stuff.
Yeah, his jaw's a little bit too set for this report.
Really? Okay, fine. The first Westminster Dog Show was held on this date in 1877.
What have I been watching at the first of the year all of my life? Or in January, the Westminster Dog Show. What? How did I?
Maybe they have 2.
Never mind.
Back then, only the winner survived. It was a competition to the death.
Now, for things we learned on the show today, Josh took what he calls a dock pee and a fishing boat was waiting for him to finish peeing.
Yeah, boy. Turned around. Oh, sorry, dude.
Fishing tournament this weekend in Missouri. He went there on purpose, yes. Lots of fancy hats this weekend at the Kentucky Derby and the Coronation.
So many fancy hats.
I went to a restaurant and waited the north side of 15 minutes without being acknowledged. So my dinner guest and I left.
Saturday night. It's tough. It's crowded. It'll happen.
You would have caused an international incident if this had happened to you. Christy got really drunk and had to apologize to people from Saturday night.
You're a true embarrassment.
I am.
And we're working on Sister Act 3, which this time instead of they'll be making money to save the convent by selling pot. Are they going to do it legally, or are they going to do it?
If you don't have Back in the Habit, you don't have any movie. That better be in there somewhere.
What are we going to call it, John?
I don't know. Maybe Glory on High. What can you call it?
It's habit forming.
That might be it.
How about that? That's just as clever.
Filthy Habit,
Back in the Habit.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like Dirty Habits.
Yeah, Dirty Habits.
Okay.
The poster could be really
What's a dirty habit for you, Tom?
To sleep with a nun.
What do you like that's dirty?
Thank you very much. Excuse me, but I've got to tell him something. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.